Hello guys, TTE and Sam, welcome back to another flight sim stream everyone, welcome back. Hello everyone, sorry I'm about 9 minutes delayed. The game was updating to something, some new version, or some 700 megabytes, something to, I don't know, justify, whatever justifies 700 megabytes, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, 330-900 tonight with Aer Lingus. We're doing the old livery because it looks better. I'm sorry, I'm going to be totally honest. It's this Star Wars music. It sounds like it, doesn't it? A bit of Star Wars. We're going to do a morning flight, so Dublin to Faro. That's what I've put in. And yeah, should be good. We've got flight radar. Not flight radar. The webcam I haven't actually turned on, so I don't know how bad it looks. So, here we go. Oh, we've got no Sam in there. Oh, right, hang on. Get Sam in. He will appear. Alright, let's see if I appear now. No, I still haven't appeared. Oh, there we go, he's appeared. Look, I just magically appear. That's actually bang on, that, for the green screen. That's actually, because we've got a system now where it's like plug and play, you know what I mean? Whenever I want to go live, I just, you know, it works. So, yeah, did you finish school early? Not early. No. God. Well, I finished on time, but on Wednesday, it was, I think it was Wednesday, I can't quite remember. Was it Tuesday? Was it Tuesday? Oh, I don't know. I think it was either Wednesday. I think it may have been Tuesday. Yeah, it must have been Tuesday. I actually had to stay until 5:30 actually at school. So that's 8 o'clock till 5:30. I know. So that's quite a long one. But it was all to do with some training thing I had to sit in on. So yeah, I didn't have to. I chose to sit in on it. The woman said you don't have to, but I went. I'm going to sit in on it because it's useful for my course. So she agreed. So yeah, we've got everything at the readies. I'm just going to do a quick audio check. Yeah, okay, you can hear me screaming, yelling. But yeah, so I'm going to try and get you there as quick as possible because I wanna go to the pub tonight. Is it a 3-hour flight? Something like that. Yeah. So Sam wants to go to the pub with his papa. So. Yeah, it's, you know, my priorities have to be right. And yeah, haven't even made the effort, have I? I was supposed to look like a pilot when I've got my bloody fake pilot suit on. Liam's here. Oh yeah, can't forget to make him a mod. Hang on. Right, there we go. It's all sorted now. Hang on, fuel switch pump. Right, I'll just turn that on, whatever. APU bleed, get the systems all ready. Have a good plane. Yeah, I was looking at going somewhere this weekend, but I'm not going to do it. I keep holding off, don't I? Just keep holding off. I just want the moment to be perfect, you know what I mean? Lanzarote looks a bit expensive, Tenerife looks a bit expensive, and also I don't really want to be going to the Canary Islands. I want to wait until the KLM Neos are, you know, there's a few more of them and stuff like that, because that's one I need to like nip in the bud, you know what I mean? Because once they have started retiring 737s, there'll just be more Neos. So I will get on one, of course. You know, a Jet 2 A3, a KLM A321 Neo, of course I will. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait until there's a little bit more because bloody, it's a funny times they go out, funny times they come back. Really expensive winter month as well. So you kind of either going out on one and it's expensive, or coming back and it might be dark. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't drink anymore. Got a beer. Did you take you out dinner? People need to learn to speak English. I'm sorry. Have I been out for dinner? No, I haven't been out for dinner. Right. Let's do the speed. Autopilot. And we'll just stick this on the chat. There we go. All up and running. So yeah, I am live tomorrow. So that little bit. There we go. I need it further down here, but angled up, I think. Is that any better? That's actually better. There we are. 3 years later, he's finally figured out how to position the microphone. Right, okay. Yeah, it's a shotgun mic, so you've got to speak right into it. It's not one of these ones that can pick you up when you're over there. You know what I mean? It's no hope. Right, we'll switch all this up. There we go. Flight directory. We'll turn on the thingy. Where am I from? I can't tell you. I'm from Mars. Alright, turn these on. Yeah, why would I wear me badge in school? That bloody badge. Yeah, he's got me a load of badges from HMV. And if you've been into HMV and looked at the badges I've got for £60, 60p, everyone will know, yeah, not really appropriate in an education setting to wear the sort of things they say on. Oh, no way. I mean, for the airport, yes, don't get me wrong. Brilliant at the airport. I'll wear them all day long at the airport or if I'm going out on trips. But I tell you, nowhere else. Yeah, it's too much. It's too, yeah, bloody, it's a step too far, that, isn't it? Well, it's from Ian, so it's, for most people, it's like beyond the horizon too far. But for me, it's like, oh, just a step too far. I think Ian upsets a lot of people who don't understand him. That's the thing, you kind of got to understand him. I understand him. Took me a while to, though. It took me a good year. Because he just kept getting timed out and stuff like that, didn't he, for like... Oh, so funny. Right. I'm in a winter storm warning. I'm in a winter storm warning. Right, okay. This is why I wanted mods on my chat tonight, because I could just tell some strange individuals were going to join. Honestly. Right, okay. I'm going to have to set this to easy mode. Easy, there we go. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Look, they're all talking at the same time, aren't they? Hey, blah, 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 blah. Well, make sure to like. My phone needs charging as well. Yeah, it's a nice little phone. It's just, you know, it's one of those where once it drops below 20%, they turn 120 hertz off, which is, I don't know. I suppose it's the battery optimization and because lithium batteries, everyone knows, they're not the best technology. Right, okay, I'm gonna have to charge it with this. There we go. Because I've been using it all day, my phone, so I'm not having it dead. Where do you live? Yeah, no, that's more important, isn't it? Everyone knows I'm from the UK. Where are you watching from? I can't ask that question, can I? Because people are like, oh, I don't want to give out me information. Oh. Right, is there no pushback tug available? I think so. I think they've been difficult. There we go. Right, ground services. Yeah, here we go. Oh, no, not fuel supply. Didn't mean to click fuel supply. Sam, next flight to, don't know. Right, end the fuel supply. And get the pushback going. Nice livery, though, isn't it? Hope you like the thumbnail as well. It's like, it is AI, and it sometimes fucks up, doesn't it? It just does. So, I've tried to change the winglets on it. I gave it a mask, because it never gives the A330Neo a mask. Never. It doesn't give the Neo a mask either, any Neo. Or the airlines that have the, you know, the whatever eyeliner around them, the Neo eyeliner. It just never applies it. It's applied in this, but you've got to kind of edit. Which kind of goes against the benefit of AI, really. If you have to counteract AI's mistakes, what's the point of it in the first place? Which I spend half my life doing, by the way, because I make something with AI, with an image, let's just say mostly an image, and oh my god, it's all ruined. I have to spend half an hour trying to fix it, you know what I mean? Right, turn them on. Release the parking brake. Is he coming now with his pushback tug? Yeah, look, no tug available. Why? Right, we're going to have to just start the engines on the stand. Right, ignition. Turn engines on. Won't turn them on yet. We saw you running out the shop. Here with me. In the dress. Yeah. Everyone's seen it. He's made an AI image of me with a dress on, running out of Next. Because he's got nothing better to do. That's why. Is that text okay, guys? It's not too slanted at the top. Can I maybe push up the thingy? Probably can. Go full screen on that. There we go, that looks better already. It looks better already! There we go, that's all good. That looks better now. Aer Lingus. Right, so engine thingy's starting. Start engine 2. Listen to them all talking over each other. You ever heard anything so ridiculous in your life? I think the HDR looks good. Yeah, make sure you're watching my streams on HDR monitors, guys, because I'm all for the future of screen technology. That's the excuse now, isn't it? I'm not going back to SDR to satisfy 99% of viewers who don't have the money to afford a HDR monitor. But on the other hand, I am quite happy to upset 99% of the people. I'm pleased just that one guy who's sat there in front of a HDR monitor going, yeah, this is a really good image, that. Honestly, most channels wouldn't do that. They'd actually ask their audience first. But I think in 2024, I was just... Yeah, exactly. Not everyone has HDR. But I'm so stubborn. I'm like, I'm not going back to SDR. I'm just not. And plus, I've deleted all my OBS setup for SDR gaming streams. I have. It doesn't exist anymore. I actually can't do it. If I want to do an SDR stream, I actually can't. Well, I can do it, but I can't do it. I don't have any profiles or scene selections to do it. I've deleted them all because I was that like forward thinking like 2 years ago in 2024. I was like, no, I'm just going to do HDR. No more SDR stuff. It's all HDR from now. And the rest of the world can bloody keep up. The attitude. Just because I had the technology doesn't mean everyone else has the technology to view it. That's the problem though, isn't it? Because not everyone has that sort of money to spend on a HDR screen. Or display, you know what I mean? So, and there's me going, oh, we'll just have to watch it 24 hours later. I'm the one guy, yeah, he is. He's one of many guys, isn't he? But there's no one quite like Ian. Oh no, right, here we go, we're pushing back now, all aggressively. I think we'll just roll onto the stand. Onto the pushback line. The taxiway line, whatever it's bloody called. That was actually quite good, that. Right, so we've got the engine started, so we don't need to do any faffing around with waiting for the engines. We'll just do a flight control check right now. So that's the back. Ailerons. Rudder. Hey. Ooh. Yeah, I think that was me in 2024. Just a little bit too pushy when it came to you know, what I wanted and how everyone should view my footage. Just no transition, no like, oh, every flight sim stream will be, or every other flight sim stream, or maybe just gaming streams, just regular like Minecraft, blah 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 blah, will be in HDR. And they'll, you know, I'll go on that feedback. I'll go from there. You know, it's like a working point. And no, just all, oh no, it's all HDR now because I figured out how to do it. I was literally waiting for it as I was waiting for that one update in OBS for the encoder to allow you to stream HDR on Mac. I think I'd been waiting for it for about a year. And then finally the update came out I was waiting for. I tested it for a day. Nothing worked. I was like, well, this is just because I'm on Mac, isn't it? And then finally I did something with right encoder settings. And then it all worked. And literally you should have seen my face. I had my camcorder on my bed, right? Behave, boys, behave, right? Okay. Before anyone starts thinking, oh, he does OnlyFans. Only Sam's. Yeah, Lonely Sam's, more like. Right, we're going on that runway, aren't we? Well, we could take off that way, but I don't think it's long enough. Bloody Dublin. Get out, Dublin. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, it was just like streaming what was going on outside because it was the summer and I had all the bright colours like the, you know, flowers and all the bright colours in the flower pot. I just had it zoomed in, you know. And then finally it was coming through as HDR on YouTube because I just made like an unlisted private video or private live stream. And I was like, finally, after 6 hours it's working. Oh, on Aer Lingus A330Neo, yeah. Looks good, doesn't it? It's totally not real, but I think it looks good. Right, we need our runway turn lights on. We'll have the taxiway lights all set up. Seatbelt signs, APU, turn all that off. APU bleed. Yeah, all that can go off. I think we're all good, boys. The flaps at 14. We need to make sure to flick the thing back into normal mode. I'll get the our friend ready. Mr. Timer. Mr. Clock. Oh, is it froze again? Always bloody freezes. No, I'll just do a quick test of it. That's what I should do. I just test it before I start to click start, because it sometimes just OBS's way of capturing the screen. Sometimes it's like you need to refresh it and blah 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 blah. It's not very intuitive. Right, okay. Oop, that won't work, will it? There we go. Right, okay. Nice big turn. And then we'll request takeoff if we can do that in Dublin. I'm not taking off this. I don't want to take off this way. This is the runway I want to go from. Right, let's line up a little bit better. Right, okay. Ooh. Right, let's go to settings. Let's go back into easy mode for piloting. Let's go and get takeoff clearance. I'll just do a quick test of the timer. Nope, not working, is it? Why does it not work? Why does it just not want to work? Right, that's... okay, right. That's working now. You've got to tell it what to do. It's not intuitive at all. Right, okay. Are we all ready to go? Right, request takeoff clearance. We're all ready to go, pretty much. Okay. Alright, boys. I think we're all ready to go. Let's get the map out so I can see where I'm going. So we need to see where we're going, don't we? Very important. Right, here we go. We're off. Oopsie. I need to acknowledge the transition, don't I? The transmission. I'll do it once autopilot's on. There we go. You need your flaps on 14 on this because it's a bigger wing, isn't it? Listen to it going. Shamrock, blah 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 blah. Bloody wait. Okay. Right, we can rotate now. There we go. In air time started. Whoops. Push up the nose a bit. Oh, the A330 rocket. Look at that. That's not bad, is it, for a takeoff? Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Right, okay, we're all rolling, we're all rolling. Quite a powerful one, that, isn't it? Yeah, up late, yeah, we were. What's my fuel? Yeah, is it because there was a hump up the runway and it was going up? I don't know, maybe I should have lifted off a little earlier. Oops, alright, autopilot on. And I'm gonna speak to these air traffic control muppets because they're saying I'm not talking back to them. They're going to talk to me for the whole flight now, aren't they? Right, so what do people think about the clock? Is it too big? I don't mean that, by the way. That's not a clock. That's the compass, isn't it? Yeah, the clock. The in-air timer. Everyone knows what it is. I suppose it should have a little thing below it saying in-air timer, because I know most people will be thinking that's the length of the stream. So it's a little bit, it needs to be clearer, I think. But I don't want to put too much text over stuff. That's the thing. Not really a fan of that. There's too much information then, you know what I mean? My right arm keeps clicking today. I don't know what's happened. I was playing badminton at the end of today, actually. Year 7, so I don't know if I probably have. I've probably done something. Injured myself. Oh, they're talking to me or something. I've no escort code. Okay. These can go off. It's about a 3-hour flight, I'd say. Taxiway lights off. And return lights off. Wing lights need to go on. They're all good. Seatbelt sign can stay on. And off to Faro. That should be a nice one. I know what the hell I'm going to talk about. Oh no, I do know what I'm going to talk about. My channel this year. Yeah, it's going to be like the last 2 years. Quiet. No, I'm joking. That's the thing. It's quiet at times. Everyone knows I'm working now, and I can only really do stuff on the weekends with my channel. Really, I can fit in stuff during the midweek, and obviously I have done the occasional midweek stream. But I'm so busy now with what I'm doing. It's like I've got coursework, and on top of that, it's obviously the school every single day. I don't have to go in every day. I'm choosing to. So, you know, it's not one of them where it's like, oh yeah, today I'm not doing anything, so I'm going to do some YouTube. You know. And even when I was off, not doing much, I wasn't really uploading on air. Let's be totally honest. So, there's only so much you can do with aviation, I think, because I just sometimes run out of content. I did, and I ran out of content last year because I was hardly flying. I've got some stuff, but it's not good stuff. You know, it's like a Ryanair takeoff from Tenerife from like 3 years ago. Who wants to view that? I don't know, maybe, but it's not really my idea of good content. I mean, the Aer Lingus trip report on the ATR, I will upload it, but I don't want to upload it. It's not a good trip report. The only good thing of that trip report is seeing a bit of Dublin Airport. That's it. Most of it, you can't even see a damn thing, honestly, because the blue interior lights, they didn't really turn off, and you can see it all in takeoff, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to upload this. It's not my fault. It's just that it's a night flight. Is that my new tie? No. It's my old one, and it smells of fairy stuff, whatever you call it, fairy liquid, whatever. Maybe. Oh, here we are. CN's here. Maybe. I think I can do Dublin to Frankfurt and back to Dublin and probably to Manchester as EI 650 and EI 651 back to Dublin, EI 212 to Manchester. Ooh. Yeah, this guy actually told me about a brilliant place I can have a roast near Dublin Airport. Yeah. Honestly, mate, you made it sound lovely, but also at the same time, you made it sound like I was having it in a barn. So, in like some like old cottage where like it's just cobwebs and just like one guy sat at the bar. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, this is the only business I've had in months. There's Josh. Oh my god, here we go. All the fun. Right. Oh, look at these. Little mountains. Well, they're not really mountains, are they? They're hills. It's like the Teletubbies hill, isn't it? Teletubbies! Right, well, we're still climbing. How fast are we going? Okay. Could be going a bit faster. Alright, seatbelt signs can go off. LRV. No, we're talking about them. I think. There we go. That's what you need. So we're still climbing. That's the thing. I like brute power to get up. I like to get up as quick as possible to flight level. What do you mean, here we go? Am I that bad? We're both as bad as each other. That's the truth though, isn't it? We're both as bad as each other, me and him. Right, who's been deleted by Henry, bro? LRV. CLB, they're talking about the climb rate, I don't know, something. But don't start timing innocent people out. We can't have this. I'm sick of people thinking they can time people out and not consult me on it. If you're unsure, consult me on Discord. In that way it's a little bit more private and people are not like, oh, why is he talking about me, blah blah blah. And secondly, it's, I don't know, it's just more professional doing it like that. If people are unsure, if mods are unsure on are you beginner of Microsoft Flight Sim, not really, but I play it in my own way. I don't play it by the book. I don't sit here like all of you with your nice fancy screens and all that and your stupid joystick. I don't do that. I sit here, play it my way, and if people don't like it, they can bugger off. That's the way it is. Anyway, but I think with mods, they can bugger off. No, I'm joking. If you're unsure, if you don't know if someone needs timing out, or if you think, oh, maybe I shouldn't time them out in case Sam gets upset, just send me a message, you know, if you think they should be deleted or timed, or it's an unhelpful comment, because, you know, I deal with unhelpful comments all day, every day at the moment, you know, from high school kids, so I'm pretty good at decoding stuff. Well, I'd like to think I am. Okay, a delete message, it upsets people, doesn't it? People, I wouldn't want to join someone's chat, me to put maybe something that's informative, and then for my message to be deleted. I mean, still, it's not a good look, is it? It's not a friendly atmosphere. Just for people to be timed out all the time. I mean, this was happening years ago in 2022. We had people who were just way in over their head about it, and whatever. 600 people watching a stream at one point, and people were just, random mods I had who I thought I could trust were just deleting people. Oh, I don't like him because I know him from another channel, and he doesn't like the host, and the host doesn't like the dog of the woman who owns it, and therefore I don't like them. It's like a subculture, isn't it? So once you're part of all that, you become part of the problem. And I just was I think my dad actually said to me, 2022, you know, 18 for God's sake, he just said to me like, oh, what the hell are you doing? How old was I in 2022? No, 19, that's it, 19. He just said to me, you know, it's not a good look to have like these little subcultures going on, and, you know, if they say this about one person, how do you know if that's true? And this is before AI generated images, you know, 2022. It did exist, but not really. You know, it's just like, you can't really pick sides. You know, you just got to do what's the right thing. Or, bloody hell, some people's stories, honestly, better than any. Some of the stories I've read on this channel of why people don't like each other and whatever, about a few years ago, better than any story you could find in a library. Honestly, swear to God. Brilliant stuff, really is. Oh my God. I think someone said they couldn't attend a stream once because, what was it? I can't remember now. Well, that was it. They had a runny nose. Oh my God, they had a runny nose, so they couldn't attend the stream. This is like 4 years ago. I couldn't believe it. I think I was actually on the way to the airport as well. I was just like, oh my God, such and such can't make the stream today because they've got a runny nose. Just bloody laughing at that. When you're sitting there on your couch with your phone. Yeah, I'm not asking you to stand out in the cold and shovel snow for like 6 hours. You know what I mean? Just for it to all get snowed over again in the morning. You know, something that's completely useless. And to make someone's cold worse, you know, it's, Jesus Christ. Oh, it's funny, I swear to God. I just spend half my time laughing at people on here. I do. Oh God, people can laugh at me, but I can have a laugh at my audience. That's the thing. It's not unprofessional. If I want to take the mick out of someone on air, it's mutual, because they get to do it to me and I get to do it to them. It's like a Frankie Boyle concert, isn't it? Or show, whatever. It's the Frankie Boyle show. Yeah. What the hell are you looking at, you dweebs? Why have you come to one of my shows? You look far too intelligent for one of my shows. Oh, I swear to God, I love him. Honestly, some of the worst stuff you could ever hear. Like, why would you go and sit and watch a comedian just to have your liver, your heart, your brain absolutely demolished? You know what I mean? Yeah, I like Frankie Boyle. Oh, yeah, it's good comedy. I mean, some people say, oh, it goes over the edge, it upsets. No, it doesn't. If people are paying to sit there in a seat and they're paid just to be verbally abused, that's their choice, isn't it? That's their choice. They know exactly what they're in for, and he's made his own bed. You know what I mean? So people are almost happy to sleep in that and just to accept whatever comes. Should be no, I've never watched it. I like that sort of comedy though. I like slapstick, but I do like people getting absolutely demolished. Oh, just some of the stuff is absolutely awful though. Like, I can't say on YouTube, but it's funny. It's like the in-betweeners. It's so disgusting. It's funny. It's not even intelligent. It's just like, oh, this is just an awful thing to say to somebody, but it's so bad it's funny. You know what I mean? That's what I like. Or just what you just don't say to somebody, you know what I mean? In a certain circumstance, it's just like, oh God, you would say that, wouldn't you? Yeah, it makes Ian Meadows look like a tame human being. Honestly, he does. Oh. Alright, okay, 21,000 feet, we're good. I'm happy. For once. Non-PC, yeah, well, people will have a go at you for anything now. Like, oh, you're not allowed to watch that because it's too offensive. No, it's not. It's comedy. Comedy's comedy, isn't it? You know, if you can make someone laugh, it's comedy, isn't it? And if someone's getting upset on behalf of other people, that's it now, isn't it? Someone getting upset on behalf of somebody else. And it's just like, who really gives a fuck? Who cares? Really? Who cares? Nobody. The only person who cares is you. No one else cares enough to start jumping on board unless they're, you know, being told to or getting paid to, you know. The final A300 Belugas arriving into Horden on the 29th, expected to complete a fly past before landing. Oh, see you later, Henry. Oh, it's preservation. Oh, I just didn't know about that. I'm worried people are going to start dropping like flies now. This normally happens, doesn't it? Once we're airborne, people start dropping like flies. Alright, okay. There we go. We had TerraSpace on the other night. He stuck it out for the whole stream, didn't he? Talking about his rockets and all that. And he knows I don't know much about rocket technology. He knows that. What we were going on about? What was I can't even remember what I was talking about. He's probably going to go for it. Okay. Nice one. I'm going to go get a beer, guys. Or whatever's in the fridge. That's alcohol. It's got at least 1 unit of alcohol in it. It's a Friday. I'll have that on the stream. Have that on there as well. Been in the air for 15 minutes. The time is... Where is it on there? Oh, there it is. 45 minutes past. Oh, okay, 6 minutes to 11. 11 a.m. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was a boat then. There's the moon. Wish you could get like ground weather in this game. You know, like the leaves like falling off the trees, or like, you know, everything looks like the summer. Yeah, I think things look a little bit more interesting. Still flying over Ireland. Where's that down there? Who knows? Jairo Rodriguez. Rodriguez, that's it. I made a right mess of that name, didn't I? Should have seen me the other day at school. I was trying to do a register, and I think I butchered about 5 names. Honestly, just did the register in front of a class. I was like, oh my god, that was funny. I mean, they knew I got some of the names wrong as well, because some of them have quirky little names or like little religious names in the middle, and it's a bit of a mouthful to say. And I just put down the computer, went, well, I made a mess of that, didn't I? And it just burst out laughing. Yeah, it's kind of like the casual cool teacher, isn't it? It's like, you don't really get many of them anymore. Well, you do, but they normally don't, I don't know, last long, so maybe I need to behave myself. I mean, no one likes people being too serious, really, do they? I mean, I think nowadays, you know, nobody appreciates anything, so if you get a teacher who's lets them off a lot, that's how respect works now. It's not the other way anymore. It's not how you know, people go to school to get shouted at. You know, maybe 30 years ago, kids appreciated that because they knew that's the way to behave and to be told, and you know, that's how you respect the teacher and stuff like that. But now it's like, if that starts happening, it's like, oh, I'm gonna tell my mum about you. Yeah, I'm gonna get you sacked and all that, and it's just like, oh, here we go. Yeah, I've never shouted at anyone, actually, never. I think the only thing I've done in terms of discipline is having to literally walk someone to the base unit, whatever you call it, literally, because they were just not engaging. I was like, right, let's go. Bag, coat, and that's probably as bad as it gets. Spent half my life telling myself off, to be honest, so yeah. Alright, okay, timer's all working. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a little drink. Yeah, we need to have a talk about this HDR as well. I found a way to make my airport streams look better. So, oh god, yeah. I'm thinking of applying. I'm just getting worse. I'm getting worse and worse as I go along amongst the years. Like, not listening to people at all. People go, no. Most people who join a flight sim stream now, you know, it's like one out of every 3 streams, isn't it? 1 out of every 3 flight sim streams. I'm saying, or I'm getting a comment from someone saying it's too bright. You know, your contrast's too high. And what do? I just ignore it, because in my little world, I'm right and everyone's wrong, isn't it? That's how it is, isn't it, Josh? Anyway, I mean, he knows better than anyone else because he's had to live through it. But, you know, a few years, 2024. That's the thing. I've been doing it for too long now with HDR to want to throttle back with it and start going, right, we're going to start going SDR, because to me that's a step backwards. To introduce something like HDR streams that not many YouTubers do, for a reason probably, or they don't have the equipment to. I just go, well, it's an improvement in some places, so I'm not gonna remove it. But I want everything to be HDR. I don't want to stick with SDR video on my channel. No, because it's old. It's an old colour format, and it just makes footage look washed out. And it's about time, you know, people's picture gets better. You know what I mean? Well, in terms of colour, anyway. I don't really like a saturated look. I used to, but not anymore. How's the phone? It's alright, yeah. It's just alright. Yeah. Goes with the tie, doesn't it? Yeah. It blends in. Yeah, so just stick it there. No one knows I've got an iPhone 17. I don't get bullied for it. But that's the thing. I think, well, once it's in the case, this could be anything. And the fact it doesn't show an Apple logo, everyone knows it's not an iPhone. Well, most people would probably assume it's anything, but I think I tried not to get too much attention with it, because I was just worried that, you know, out in public someone goes or attracts the wrong attention, you know what I mean, unwanted attention, you know, people, phone thefts. That's what I was worried about. That's why I wanted to cover a silicon case, nothing that can show the Apple logo. I'm on the phone to someone, this could be anything, couldn't it? This might not necessarily be an iPhone 17 Pro Max, which is what phone thieves obviously look for and identify. Can we get some scenic views? Well, we're over the water now, mate, so in answer to your question, we can't. Sorry. But, I don't know, scenic views over the ocean? Yeah. Wow. Looking good. Right, I'm going to go and get a drink. And, I'll talk about my channel. And how much I think it's better than everyone else's. Oh my god. It's not true, it's just me. I like how I beat myself up for being a narcissist on my own channel. It's funny that, isn't it? I know I think a pile of my channel, but therefore I'm still quite happy to rip the shit out of myself on my YouTube channel for thinking that way. But I say I think that way, but I actually don't think that way. So I'm actually faking a character of myself. Exactly. It's just a silly persona I come up with. I don't actually sit here, you know, and actually think I'm any good. I normally sat here and then I go, right, what can I work on tonight? And then I finish it and then I forget to upload it. So how passionate can you be? Exactly. Or I've got 3 things going on. I've got something from college to work on. I've got something else, an email to construct. And then I've got something going off on Photoshop with a thumbnail. And then I've got something going on with an edit, and it's ridiculous because I've only got so much screen space. I would love to have like a massive monitor, but it wouldn't fit on here. No way. Right, I'm get my drink. I'm back. Sorry about that. There's no thatchers. I've been looking for about 5 minutes trying to find thatchers. Going into storage room, there's nothing. So it's old moat cider or old mount. I used to call it old mount cider. It's old moat cider. Old moat cider. Oh, yeah, all the chemicals in it that I want. All right, okay. Do we need to see me? Do we really need to see me? Oh yeah, did you like my haircut as well? Yeah, I had it done on Sunday. It was a last minute kind of thing, like kind of deadline. I was like, oh my god, I need to get my haircut. I can't see anymore. Well, how fast are we going? I think we've got a headwind. We have. Where's the arrow? Where is the arrow? Normally indicates we have a headwind. Where is it? No, I can't see it. Normally it shows, doesn't it? Stick our finger out the window. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the wind coming from? Directly south, just straight line. Hang on, our flaps are still at 10. What the bloody hell's that all about? What the? I was wondering why we're flying slowly. Bloody flaps are down. Oh my god! I forgot to retract them all the way to 0. You know, because I'm so used to flying smaller stuff where I just have to retract them and then retract them. Or detract, sorry. Look at him go. Swigging on his bloody cider. Cider man, yeah. That's the thing, I don't really drink much cider anymore. People used to think, oh, he drinks loads of cider. I don't. That's a lie. I used to drink Magners cider, but I don't know, I've gone off Magners cider, I don't know. It's just like, it's one of that, it was Mohammedan. Oh, hello Mohammed. It's one of those ciders that I think once you first have, you like it, but more you have of it, you don't like. I don't know, it's like, it's weird. I mean, my favourite drinks at the moment, obviously Heineken, Cruz Campo, but for ciders, Thatcher's, honestly, Thatcher's Haze is one of the best ciders around. I mean, it just is. I'm trying to think of another nice one. Yeah, Magners as well, I suppose. I mean, this is okay. I used to have Copperberg. Remember when I used to go on about Copperberg? I used to bang on about that, how nice Copperberg mixed fruits was. It is a nice drink. It is good. It is very, very nice. It's very sweet, that's the thing. I've noticed as I've gotten older, my taste palette has changed a lot. Oh yeah, I used to like really sugary stuff. I can't drink sugary drinks anymore. It makes me feel like I've got too much sugar inside me. It makes me feel a bit sick. Like, I can't have 2 bottles of Lucozade. I just can't do that. Energy drinks, I can't do that. A packet of sweets, I just can't do it. I don't like sugar anymore. I'm not really into massive amounts of sugar. I suppose you don't when you get older. So I've just realised I'm now an adult and I no longer like sweeties. Yeah, 23 and he's just gone off sweeties. Yeah, no more sweeties, no more Haribos. Not 23, son. You need to be having proper food like pork scratching or whatever, snacks, pork scratchings, and I don't know, salted peanuts. Hang on, why are we decelerating? Right, what are we on? 480, so we've just increased by 100 miles an hour. That's I like it. Yeah, have you heard about Trump's plane as well? I had to turn back because of an electrical fault. And obviously if there's an electrical fault on a, you know, civilian airliner, has to turn around. If this is a government airliner, so it's owned by United States. Exactly. So straight back. And apparently they got on Air Force 2. And they actually still arrived ahead of schedule. I know. So they flew out, realised there was a problem with the 747-400. Was it 300 he's got? I don't know. Flew back to wherever and then went back out to Zurich on the 75 and still arrived on time. Or ahead of schedule, so that's it. That's brute power from the Boeings for you, which I've got to agree. The only thing that probably still kind of remains as a positive when you fly on a modern Boeing. At least you can put your foot down with, and there's none of this aerodynamic wing stuff. And it's got such an aerodynamic wing, it can't go as fast. It just can't. Airbuses just don't go as fast as Boeings. Everyone knows that. They just don't. Boeings have got more brute power, raw power in them, which is better. If you're a pilot, you're a man of your machine, and if you want to override it, you should always be able to. You should. That's my philosophy anyway. So always have more power in it in case you need it. None of this hard limit stuff. Soft limit. I think that's the difference between Airbus and Boeing. Airbus has hard limits and Boeing has soft limits, so you can kind of override a lot of the limits. I mean, for God's sake, you can put a 737 in reverse thrust, you know, at like 300. Is it 300 feet above the ground? You'd never be able to do that on an Airbus. You can actually do that. There's actually something in the manual. The aircraft actually lets you put it into reverse thrust once it's so many feet below, you know, 4 figures, you know, below the ground. So that's quite cool, isn't it? Interesting fact. Right, what have you got here? 6 views. Don't know where everyone's gone. If everyone's in the chat, put a blue heart emoji if you're watching. And that's actually a good way of getting people to communicate, isn't it? If you're watching and if you're in the chat, if you say you're watching, say where you're watching from, a lot of people go, I don't know, it's not the usual channel I watch, my friends aren't in from the Coffee Morning WhatsApp group, I don't know. That's what a lot of people do. But if you just say, if you're watching, put a blue heart emoji and a thumbs up, that might work better. I don't know. There we go. Josh is watching. So we know Josh is watching. And don't time Josh out. Anyone who thinks, he's not a mod anymore and I'm now a mod, do not time Josh out, because I know that's the first thing that either Henry or Liam are going to do. Yeah, no. The amount of times I've had to say, it's like, okay, it's funny, but it gets to a point where it's taking the pee. You know, just timing people out randomly is not. It's funny once, but maybe not all the time. In fact, no, definitely not all the time. If I say maybe not all the time, people then think, he actually thinks it's funny, so I'm just going to do it tomorrow on his stream. You know. It's like a mesh kit, this, isn't it? You can see all the lines and all the bloody hell. That's an aircraft for you, though, isn't it? Like, when you actually get up close to them, you actually think, God, this is just a huge like Lego kit, isn't it? You can see all the lines, can't you? Where the panels go, but further away, they look like a masterpiece. But you know, when you get up close, I think I remember thinking that actually when I was getting on either a TUI 767 or a Jet 2 757 years ago. I got up close to it with boarding without the gate, and I just thought boarding without the gate, we're just hovering, you know, on the jet, stair bridge. I just remember thinking, God, it's just a huge mesh kit, this, isn't it? It's just a huge electrified mesh kit. It's all these panels, obviously loads of panels, but yeah, it's just like a huge Lego kit, isn't it? It's like ridiculous. But when you see it like climbing, you know, it's like, you know, you're on it. You think, God, you're quite vulnerable on something like this, you know, because it all seems quite smooth, doesn't it, when you're on a plane? But you know, when you actually think someone's on that, or if you watch yourself take off on one of these live streams, you know, you see it going up, it's like, yeah, it's amazing. That whole cabin is in there, you know what I mean? All the food, all the, you know, all the drinks, everyone's luggage, it's all in there going up like that, and they're flying like that sometimes, or they're having to crab at a certain angle, you know, taking off out of Manchester, like they might have to be going out at a slight angle, which requires a lot of skill. You know, it's like, it's amazing, isn't it? Amazing thing. Right, phone's on 54%. Yeah, it does charge a lot quicker this now. The other one used to just any excuse for it to drain battery, it would do it. Honestly, it would drain battery even if the battery was flat, it just used to love draining battery. Honestly, it just favoured it. It loved it. I still got that phone back. iPhone 15. Yeah, beautiful looking phone, but not sustainable. It can't sustain its power. I was looking at GoPros as well. You know, my plan is this year though, you know, create really good quality trip reports, because the camera on this is really, really good. Obviously, I mean, I haven't really gone out deliberately, you know, out to the woods and taken, you know, nature shots or tried to zoom in, you know, to like a woodland. You know, I haven't done anything like that, or gone out in a big city and see how well it zooms into a skyscraper or something like that. I haven't done any of that with it. But some of the pictures I have taken from it, really, 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 really impressive. Yeah, very good. Especially with food as well. It's like, and they've got that nice, more. It's like a more natural look to food, I would say. So it makes Ian happier. You can see all the grease on the burger at the Romper, you know. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to the Romper tomorrow. I'm not sure. All I'm going to say is a bit disappointed with the food last week. I think they were just having a bad day. These things happen, but you know, it is just like, you know, it is owned by the Green King Corporation. So if they choose whatever, oh, we're going to have to change the supply of our meat, you know, our beef supply, because it'll, you know, cut costs for the company and all that, and the customers won't know, you know. Well, they're the ones who don't eat the food. You know what I mean? The people who make all the decisions in marketing, managing, and whatever supply chain stuff, all the supply chain management. They're not the ones who eat the food. God no, they're out at the Ritz Hotel every week. You know, having a gammon. You know, that's like £150. You know, with the finest prosecco. Exactly. So they're not eating their own establishment's food. That's what I'm saying about. This is what I'm saying about, you know, stock managements and stuff, like people who, you know, supply chain managements and people who liaise with departments and all that. And oh yeah, we got us over there, that over there, blah blah blah. You know, typical 21st century company, and the us and them attitude. And you know, oh, if only they did this would be better. And if only if they did that over there in that department, we would be better. You know, it's like nothing is in-house anymore, or nothing's independent, especially in the UK. So that's why you get pubs now, or you go to restaurants, really expensive, because everyone's got the fucking hand in, haven't they? Everyone's got the hand in. Yeah, hand in the money jar, so to speak. And yeah, oh, here we go. Oh dear, it must have been because I wasn't there. Oh bloody hell! Yeah, you're magic, aren't you? Oh my god. Hello, Martin. Are you coming tomorrow? Is that a silly question? Or is he still jet lagged to fuck? Who knows? But yeah, no, it was great. Don't get me wrong, great atmosphere. But I tell you, just the food was just a little bit on the. I mean, there's nothing wrong with mine. Nothing wrong with mine at all. But my dad seemed to think his food was rubbish. Ian thought his food was rubbish. So that's 1 out of 2. You know what I mean? 2 people thought the food wasn't good. Yeah, I'll come. Okay. Jamie's off to Copenhagen. I don't know if he's in Copenhagen now. I actually don't know. I thought he was going tomorrow on the 7.5 and thought I could capture him, but no, I clearly don't know what's going on, do I? I try to, but people get on with it now. You know, people want to do trips and all that. That's fine. But if anyone wants me to capture them, yeah, let me know. Yeah, he's just landed in Copenhagen. He'll be on this in a minute, going, "Oh, I'm in Copenhagen, and I've just kissed the 757, the pilot, the co-pilot. She's a female, and I've now got her number. He'll be on now, won't he? And we're going to be flying it every week with her. Yeah. I think me and him share the same passion for the 7.5, pretty much. I don't know who tops out though. Probably him. You know, I'm not one to buy a yoke and a throttle quadrant. You know, I mean a throttle twin throttles. You know, I'm not one to do that, but still nice thing. But yeah, I made another 7.5 synthwave. The other one was too short. Yeah, I listened to some feedback for once, and people were saying the other synthwave of the 7.5 I uploaded in December, it's too short. Yeah, it was too short. And too right, it was too short, so I've edited it. And I've got no new music out. Well, I've got one new one, but it's not very good. It's not my best work. I'd say that about everything. It's not my best work. See, this is the thing. It's like I've lost all my self-confidence with YouTube, isn't it? Aer Lingus trip report, where's that? Oh, I don't think it's good enough for YouTube. Yeah, where's your next music video on TTE Music? Oh, it'll come out soon, but it's not my best work. Same with the calendar. I think I was saying about the 2026 calendar. Oh yeah, it's good, but it's not my best calendar. I mean, where's it gone? Where's this passion gone? You know what I mean? When I just used to go, oh, sod it, it'll do. You know what I mean? Now it's like, oh, I only upload it if it's really good. I mean, too right, but still. At least, I'm limiting myself a little bit. No, I don't think so. I don't think any of the music's... Well, okay, that one album I did, New Sides, is good. That's good. Because they're all 6-year-old ideas. Well, some of them aren't, some of them are. 6-year-old ideas. But some of the newer stuff is just garbage, I actually think. Just a load of, fucking twat waffle, you know what I mean? Just the stupid stuff of a 7th I'm doing in Logic Pro, and I might make a mistake and go, oh, well, it must go there now. It must go off on a tangent. I don't know. No, I've got your calendar. I didn't do it, though. I didn't ship it, because I just thought there's no point, because I'm going to see him, you know, literally on the Saturday anyway, you know. This is me last week. I just thought there's no point shipping it, because it's going to arrive. It might arrive somewhere where, whatever, it's not his safe space or whatever, and it might just get left out in the cold and he's not there to attend it, and his mum might not see it. So we just thought, I'll give it to him on Saturday. So Martin, I've still got it, mate. I'll give it to you tomorrow, don't worry. I was umming and ahhing about the darts. Yeah, don't worry, Martin. I'll get it to you tomorrow. Don't worry. But I just didn't want to take the risk of it being left out outside your house somewhere. Bloody whatever. Post office. Screwing it up and putting it behind the bin, and then for the bin to be taken out, him not to be there, and then just to be left in a cardboard box to be soaked, you know what I mean, water damaged calendar. Just thought, nah, he's not even there. He's not even there at the moment. He's in Canada. I'm not gonna ship it to him. I mean, I know your mum's there, but I don't know your mum, do I? I don't have your mum's phone number. I don't want your mum's phone number. Oh my god. Fucking hell. This is a strange stream, isn't it? Right, I'll have that on the screen for a bit. There you go. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Josh. I think I managed to crack jet lag. I didn't fall asleep at all on the flight. Had a power nap in the afternoon and then went to bed. Oh, that's a good idea, yeah. So just kind of blaze through. That's what I do on long days, you know what I mean? Like little trips and stuff like that. Just stay awake, don't start going to bed as soon as you get to the apartment. Oh, I know your mum, but I don't know her phone number. I'm not messaging her saying there's a calendar outside and it's behind your brown bin. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. Right, okay. Right, I've never met your mum. I've seen her. Meeting someone is shaking their hand and at least spending 2 minutes in their company and having a conversation with them. That's meeting for me. You know, just kind of going, oh, hello, isn't really meeting. It's, you might as well pass someone in Asda. You know what I mean? For every person you meet and go, oh, you're right. You'd have met loads of people in your life. You wouldn't know them though, would you? Over people you walk past in Asda or Tesco, for example, or in the post office. You know what I mean? That's not meeting in my definition. In my definition, but what is my definition? You know what I mean? This is a guy who sits in Tenerife with a shower cap on his head. You can't take the guy seriously, you know. Imagine one of the kids in the school found out. This is a guy who's giving discipline or implying discipline, yet we all saw him in Tenerife 2 years ago with a shower cap on his head. Exactly, you can't take anyone seriously. I just imagine. I'm not saying I've shown them that, because if I'd shown them that, I would have been shown the door. You know what I mean? Oh, fucking hell. It's a great video. It's great. It's stupid. And you know what the funny thing is about that video? I know people are probably thinking, well, which one? Because you've done so many stupid videos in Tenerife. I mean the original. And everyone knows which one I'm talking about. Yes. Nearly 3 years old now, that. The sun, right, has burned however much fuel, and the Earth has gone round it nearly 3 times since that video has gone out. That's sad, that, isn't it, to think just how time goes. But anyway, it's a really shit video, so you should watch it if you watch this channel. You'll be used to it. But yeah, actually on the bus to the apartment, I knew exactly what I was going to say on that video. I knew exactly what I was going to talk about, the plan, you know, the arrangements, what, you know, how I was going to structure my sentences. I was going to talk about my history on YouTube with a Magnus, you know, on the Tenerife balcony, talk about the trip report, talk about how great Blue Sky are to capture me and all that. But did I talk about that? No. Fuck me. I went off on the right one. I'm surprised I wasn't drunk. I was tipsy. And I woke up absolutely fine. I woke up an hour later than I should, though, and I missed breakfast. So, yeah, I was fucking drunk. But it was good. No, we won't find it. No one's going to find it. It's, yeah, and if anyone thinks of doing anything funny, like emailing it to the headmaster, I'll just take it off YouTube. There you go. Maybe it should be attached to my CV, just that video. Yeah, I love your enthusiasm. It's great for you to be a part of our company, but unfortunately you're not part of our company anymore. That's what we always say in job interviews. I love your enthusiasm. Yeah, you gotta decode bullshit all the time, that's the thing. As soon as you speak to someone senior, anything that's like, oh, I'm not saying this because, right? It always means that's exactly what they're thinking. Honestly, if anyone ever says to you, oh, I'm not saying it because I don't think you're good, what they're usually saying is, I don't think you're good. You know what I mean? They're just saying bullshit. I deal with it all the time. You know what I mean? And it's sometimes quite debilitating, you know, just to try and decode what is going on in... It's British people, that's the thing. British people sugarcoat a fucking fart. Honestly, they do. They sugarcoat a fart. They talk bullshit themselves. And half the time they don't even know what they're saying. And they can't even speak properly. So, you know, I spend half my life trying to figure out, if only everyone was Dutch, where they would tell you exactly what they thought, it'd just be so much easier, and I would maybe sometimes be able to get on with feedback better. You know what I mean? Because I've had some feedback, and it's, okay, 80% of it's good, but sometimes I'm helping too much, whatever, helping too much. And one of them once said, it's not because I think you're helping too much, or you're being too enthusiastic in the lessons. It's not because I think, you know, oh, I can't remember the bloody wording, but anyway, everyone knows. Everyone knows what I'm on about. Yeah, corporate bullshit language. Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? But yeah, it's, read through it, because it's usually as shit as what they think most of the time. Yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna write one tonight, aren't I? I'm talking about other schools, by the way, in the past. I'm not talking about the one I'm in at the moment. I'm just one little occasion that cropped up about 4 months ago where I didn't get told off. I got given feedback that I'm helping too much in art and music, and that was it. That was it. But it was sentenced to me like, it's not because of, you know, I think you're helping them too much. I just thought, well, that's exactly what you're thinking, because we wouldn't be having this conversation. You wouldn't have dragged me out the lesson for you to tell me that. That's exactly what was going on in my mind at the right time. So I was like, well, why have you dragged me out the lesson then, just to tell me that? You know, and we're both adults. You know, you don't speak to me like I don't understand what you're saying. I know exactly. You know that I know exactly what you're not trying to say, but what you mean. You know, you don't. God's sake, I passed English and did A level in it, so I can pretty much understand exactly what you're saying. You know. Bloody hell. Yeah. That's all I had to say to that. Bloody hell. Walk back in. Oh. But yeah, I get on good. I like what I do, so no reason to stop. Yeah, look at this livery though. I love this livery. Oh yeah. Makes it look shorter though. Makes it look like a 200. I've got 9 likes. Can we get to 10,000? I've been in the air for nearly an hour. Oh, I've shrunk. 7 more minutes to be an hour. Where are we? We're off the coast of France. Coast of France. Yeah. Not too much of a long flight. Right. GPS. How strong was that? I'm already feeling pissed. 4%. Oh my gosh. How? Play around some bells and whistles. I don't think we should. I've liked it now too. Right, good. But yeah, anyway, I was just going to talk about. So I made a post this morning, a community post, basically saying what content people want on my channel more this year, you know, or more of, anyway. What they'd like to have published to them. And I'm just looking at it now because I haven't looked all day. So we got 34 votes, 68% more aviation, airport live streams, Microsoft Flight Sim streams, 24% more trip reports and flight content, 6% more aviation shorts and digestible aviation clips. So that's like really quick put together stuff, which I think people know I don't like doing. So I like to actually, I like a bit of depth into my stuff. More gaming videos and random let's plays at 3%. So I think we know what way this channel's heading. More aviation, Microsoft Flight Sim, and airports, trip reports and stuff like that, and flight content. So trip reports and micro reports and stuff. Which, to be honest, not to be funny, you know, to older viewers. I'm going to say older viewers, I mean, you know, people who've been maybe watching for nearly 10 years. Like the people on Twitch who, yeah, messaging every now and again with emails, but most of the time they're completely quiet. You know, I've never had anything that's as successful as some of the trip reports I've uploaded and some of the streams I've done. Never. And, you know, it is very, very good stuff, you know, very, very good stuff. It's very important to some people, you know, some good trip reports that I've done or have really helped, whatever, for them to have like an insight to whatever holiday they may have been on or may be going on, you know what I mean? So it's great stuff to do. So I don't just feel good about making it, you know, seeing the reward with the views is just as good as well. Just the views. See, I didn't say how I'm helping people or, you know, how it may benefit from people. Just the views. Yeah, only benefits from the views. Views equals money. Oh yeah. Bloody hell. Here he is again with his bloody hell filler. Bloody hell. It's like a full stop. I might as well just be breathing every time I say bloody hell. Oh, hoodie blow. Right. Oh yeah, also, what else? Other news. It's like Friday vlog, this, isn't it? Remember when I used to do Friday vlog? I used to tell you all the important channel information. I was actually quite. It was like a digest. It was like a digest of all the important stuff that might be happening within the week. It was quite good. And I'd do a Q&A Wednesday, wouldn't I? If I had questions though, it was very relaxed. It was like, if I've got more than 3 questions from the same people, what's your favourite colour? What football team do you support? What video would you make if it was your last? You know what I mean? It would just, I'd do a Q&A Wednesday and all that, and try and justify its existence by putting loads of stupid graphics on it. Yeah, it's like the same with Friday vlog, trying to justify me making a video that evening by over-editing it and making it into some sort of fucking meme. You know what I mean? Every minute was a meme in Friday vlog. Yeah, Aer Lingus A330. That emoji won't last long, will it? Because they're going at the end of... When is it? When's the last A330 flight from Manchester? Yeah, Aer Lingus UK with a wide body. So that's barely lasted 5 years, that, has it? When did they start that? 2021, wasn't it? September. It was 2021 September. So that's, yeah, exactly. It's just about lasted 4 years, and they've already pulled the plug on it. I voted to see more trip reports with Martin, where you enjoy a beer at sunset. No, a beer after sunset. Yeah, you've missed the sunset. Oh, that's so funny. I was actually racing around trying to find. I was on a walk. I went on a little walk, a solo walk, and I was up at the heights, just thinking, oh yeah, that's where we went in, wherever, in April, and I just thought, oh, the sun, you know, because I was a little bit higher up there. You know, I could kind of judge the distance of the sun. I was like, oh, I have loads of time. I'll find a bar and I'll message my dad and Martin. Anyway, by the time I found the bloody bar, the sun was literally going down. And obviously I didn't counter in like, oh, they're at the apartment. I just thought they were walking around the area. And they were going to join me in like 2 minutes. And no, childish contraception. Contraception! Childish contraception. I didn't mean to say that. Childish conception. Conception. No. Alright, guys, should we end the stream? You know what I mean? Comprehension. That's it. Fucking hell, all the wrong stuff's come out. Fucking hell. I might as well just lift up my legs and show you on my backside. Fucking hell. Oh. I think it's March when the A330s end. Right, cider is banned now. No more cider. Bloody hell. It's a good job all this comes out on stream, I tell you. At least I'm not in a mood tonight. At least I'm not ranting and raving, giving it 20 minutes of absolute repulsion. You know what I mean? Oh, I hate them because this. I didn't tell you because of this as well. Let me elaborate. Oh, yeah. Yeah, EIFNH. Foxtrot November Hotel. Looking good. Right. Where are we? Well, I know you wouldn't. Have I got the chat on slow mode or something? These messages are coming through like almost a decade later. No, low latency. Why have we come through so slow? 1 hour. Yeah, just broke the 1 hour mark. And we are over. Oh, it's Spain already. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. How long is the flight from... Yeah, we're going 500 knots. Not bad at all, son. So what's that equivalent to? 400 something miles an hour. 460 miles an hour. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, no flights on sale, yeah. I mean, people are blaming Aer Lingus. Some people are blaming Manchester Airport. I personally blame Manchester Airport because they, you know, every airline has pulled out, hasn't it? Nearly. You know, Air China never happens, does it? That 777 flight that shows up every day. Oh, what are they called? I won't be at all surprised if that A330Neo pulls out either. Emirates Cargo 777 last year. That lasted 3 weeks. You know what I mean? And we just thought, oh, this is not worth sending the 777 to anymore. All the American airlines don't want to fly in. Some of the Asian airlines don't want to fly in. Who else? Yeah, that's the thing. We just can't attract. We haven't got an attractive business model, Manchester Airport, anymore. There's too much work going on. There's too much risk. That's the thing. There's too much risk, and airlines and big companies, you know what I mean? Big corporations don't like risk, so that's why it's not working for them, because Manchester Airport's business model is all around construction at the moment. It's all construction, uncertainty, and businesses don't like that. You know what I mean? Because there's too much risk, too much paperwork for people to do to have to, you know, cross the T's, dot the I's for why it hasn't worked out and why they thought to do it in the first place. You know what I mean? Qatar are racing their Doha service from 25th to 21st is also. Okay. Then it won't be long before Virgin send their A330s to the scrap. Reducing, sorry. Yeah, but we can't attract anybody. That's the thing, because it's such a shit airport. I'm sorry to be too blunt, but they're rubbish. They're useless. You know. I mean, some of the staff are fantastic, but it's just the management. They don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's like swings and roundabouts for them. You know, it's just a big money thing for them. Let's just build another car park, shall we? There we go. That'll justify. Let's build a new pier. I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. It will last 1 year before it needs, you know, servicing, the new pier. But yeah, all the headlines in the news. Ooh, Manchester Airport transformed. They built a fucking pier. That's all. They built a fingerpiece pier that is, I don't know how long it is. I'm not too sure. Maybe 3 football fields long. I'm not too sure. I don't really care. But anyway, all I'm saying is, you know, to say they've revolutionised the airport and they've transformed it just by building a new pier is ridiculous. You know, no, not really. God, all I think somebody needs to do is get a landmine, blow it all up, and start all over again. Because clearly, what they've got going on at the moment, it's like Minecraft. Yeah, load of TNT, flatten it all. Yeah, command/fill it all up, build a new airport. There we go, and we can just send all the flights to Birmingham, Liverpool. Just remove it all. That's a good idea. Start from fresh, because they're having somebody work on stuff was never designed, you know, for huge passenger numbers now. But that's the thing. That's the funny thing for it. They're redesigning the airport for loads of, you know, obviously the influx in passenger numbers, you know, because there's more people travelling than ever before, you know, in history. But yet they're losing loads of passengers, losing loads of airlines. So by the time they've made a brand new sparkly airport, there'll be just one passenger who turns up every week just for that one business meeting to Frankfurt. Exactly. They'll lose so much business, so many people, and no one will fly to Manchester. Just this one guy who has to make a business meeting once a week. Just Lufthansa and loads of Ryanairs. Oh my god. You know what I'm saying though? They're trying to expand the airport because of the increase in passenger numbers, but by the time they've done that, they've probably deterred so many people and upset so many people. It'll be time to shrink again. Oh my god. And it'll be simple then, because it'll be a smaller airport. We'll get loads of more people, because we'll get loads of good feedback on how simple it is, and then they'll have to expand again. And then it'll upset loads of people, because they'll be doing loads of work. Loads of airlines will pull out, because it's too much construction work, too much risk to the business model. And there'll just be nobody again. Oh, yeah, no, it's going to be complete gridlock. Yeah, that's the thing, they're trying to funnel, it's like a bottleneck now at Manchester. They're trying to funnel all the passengers that would have gone from T3, T1, and they're just sticking them all in T2, and it's not big enough. It's not just that, it's the car park space, and it's the way the roads are around, that it's never designed for somebody to turn around and go, right, every single car has to go into one lane, and then there's another lane to get out, and then that car park there, it was never designed for that. So they've got all these roads that lead to Manchester Airport, you know, like A roads and stuff like that, you know, dual carriageways, and it's never designed for that. You know, all these queues that build up, it's designed for high speed. So sometimes when you get on the motorway, you can actually see like a huge, apparently a huge queue for just people trying to get into the airport or in the vicinity of the airport, just to access jet parks, you know what I mean? But yeah, the roads around the airport, around the vicinity of Manchester, were never designed for, you know, just one terminal to be open with whatever 16 million passengers a year. No, never. So there's loads of problems with that, and it's just the way they've done it is a bit of a joke. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not great, is it? It's embarrassing. That's all. It's embarrassing. Compared to Heathrow or Amsterdam, you go to Manchester, it's like some sort of backwater. You know what I mean? You might find like the odd bacterial cell mooching about. It's like that. It's like sign of intelligent life is zero here. But I'm sure they'll crack on with it and get it all sorted. I don't know. It's like it is ambitious what they're doing. I'll give them that, but I think they've gone a bit overboard with it, or I think they're making it up as they're going along. They're finding problems that they probably didn't comprehend or could foresee, and they're just like acting on it as they kind of show up raw. You know, like firefighting, literally. It's like, oh god, just attend to this now, quick, with the cheapest. What's the budget? You know, we go to the business office and go, what's the budget? Can we afford this? No, right, let's do it on the cheap. Let's try and get this problem resolved before we get any more bad press and lose more airlines. Because more problems are probably showing up, like that they couldn't foresee. But they know they're losing loads of business. I mean, what new airlines are flying into Manchester Airport? Or what new airline flew into Manchester Airport in 2025? Can you name one? I can't. Literally. And don't even say ITA, because apparently that's on behalf of EasyJet. So, yeah, exactly. We don't get any. We don't get any new airlines or customers. Right. I can see Spain. The lovely Spanish coast. Is it Bilbao or whatever over there? Is it Bilbao? I don't know. What's it called? Dildo. That's it. Yeah, Bilbao. Santander. And then you've got Santiago de Compostela, Madrid, Valencia. Where's Seville? I actually don't know where Seville is. Seville. Where's Seville? I can't find it on here. Okay. Seville. There. Oh, right, it's there. Okay. And my Uber driver said since the closure of T1 he's had to allow a lot more time, sometimes up to an extra hour. Yeah, we haven't thought it through. Imagine that happening at Heathrow though. Exactly. Amsterdam. You know, just letting down package holiday makers, you know, like independent holiday makers, which, you know, is bad enough in itself. People have taken out, you know, a year's wage to, you know, go on holiday and treat their family to something nice, you know. But you're also letting down businessmen and stuff like that, people who are very, you know, time committed and stuff like that and need to make meetings, you know. Someone needs to make a meeting in Frankfurt or Amsterdam, you know, or something like that, or Luxembourg. And, you know, they're letting down people like that, you know, and it's like, it's not a good it's not a sustainable business model to constantly, you know, have delayed flights all because of the works around T2. Yeah, not great. He's gone too green. Alright guys, I'm just looking through emails. Bloody Tesco club card. I've got 130 points. But you can't use it on meal deals. Crafty like that, aren't they? Right, okay. So yeah, more aviation content this year. So more streams, more trip reports. But that's the thing, do people really want, like, when I say comprehensive, contraception, whatever. Yeah, comprehensive trip reports. Do people want to see stuff like loads of cameras and stuff like the 777-300 report, you know, when I flew Turkish Airlines? Do people really want to see that complexity of edit, or do people just want simplistic reports? You know, like, because most people might not want all these cameras that I want to buy. You know, I've got this. Look at the new GoPro. To be honest, I don't actually need a new GoPro because the micro lens on this, you know, is really good. As good as a GoPro. Just that I have to hold this. Do you really think I'll just get a phone holder? Window suction cup for a phone. You don't need to get a brand new GoPro as well. But I just like the idea of having a GoPro. That's the thing. You know what I mean? The idea of carrying around loads of extra batteries. When I could just carry around this and it does the same job. Tell you what, trying to find the camera section in Curry's the other day. Oh my god. Jesus. Nearly had a bloody thrombosis trying to find it. Honestly, it was like, where the hell are the digital cameras? Where are they, the DSLRs? I just couldn't find them. Phones over here, you got your laptops over here, your Surface Pros, blah blah blah. You got your Dyson vacuum cleaners. I'm just like, do people buy cameras anymore? I was just like, do people buy DSLRs and like are interested in photography? Anyway, right at the back of a bloody shop, finally find the cameras. Honestly, and it's like we're all dusty, so none of the whatever people who go in there 6, 7, you know, play around with the cameras, do they? There's whatever. But I found an R8, Canon R8. It's looked quite nice. But I'm not going to buy it. As soon as I say that, I'll buy it. It's a bit like the woman who told me off at school. The GoPros. You got the DJI cameras, but I'm familiar with the GoPro stuff, and I've heard some good things about some of the new GoPros, so I might just stick it in the bud and go for it. But again, do I need a GoPro? It's nice. I've done my research with some of the new GoPros, but do I really need a new GoPro when I've got the when I've got this? When I've got this, guys, my brand new iPhone. I'm sorry, that's a beer bottle. Oh god, you know he's really sliding off the fucking tracks when he doesn't even know what he's picking up. Oh. But yeah, I don't know, I mean, probably not. But I've still got my GoPro. Where is it? Yeah, it just lives on this bloody, here it is. Every trip report from 2020 to 2025, all on this. And it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't, I can't remember last time I turned it on actually. Probably last year. Yeah, there's no power in this. Battery's fine, it hasn't leaked. Nope. But it's damaged anyway, this thing. Whatever's happened to it. It was on the TUI Dreamliner in January last year. Just went kaput. Just couldn't film. Footage kept getting corrupted because all the UI on the camera screen was going all like pink and funny, like it had been like hacked. Honestly, it was really weird. So I don't know. But I to be honest, I did have it for like 4 years and a bit. Quite a long time. 5 years nearly. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure my Hero 4 still works. You know what I mean? My GoPro Hero 4 Silver Edition. I don't know. I actually do. I still. Where's my GoPro? Hang on. I've had this GoPro for 11 years. Hang on. I'm trying to find it. Where's my old GoPro? There it is. Oh my god. Bloody hell, we're getting smaller and smaller. Oh sorry, they were smaller. Doesn't even make sense, that. Right, here it is. Here's my GoPro. Hero 4. Oh, look how sweet it is. So I got that about 10 years ago, I would say. 10 years ago. Yeah. It was simple, they worked. You know what I mean? They just... No bullshit. Now they're all, oh, you need to download the software and sign in and have it constantly update the bloody time and all this. No, it just worked back then. Yeah, that's my old GoPro. Hero 4. And I bet it still works. But the Hero 8 stopped working on a flight. I to be honest, I used the Hero 8 about, I don't know, 5 times as much as this. You know what I mean? 'Cause this was all recording holiday videos from 2015 to around 2019. Every single holiday was filmed on this. And then I had the case with it as well. The old, this will bring back memories for some. So try and put it in the case. Does it still snap? No, it doesn't. The mechanisms. Oh no, does it? No, it doesn't. Oh yeah. See the old GoPro advert, sponsored by GoPro, Red Bull. You see that? It looks good. It's a good action camera. The older GoPros are better. Yeah, they had to, you know, sell their products to the market, so obviously they lasted longer. Whereas the newer stuff, I'm not too sure on, but I've heard some good things about some of the newer stuff, you know what I mean? I don't mean the stuff from 2 years ago, but I think because of DJI they're having to yeah, but here's the 8 anyway. Yeah, beast, an absolute beast. Brilliant recording footage. That's done so much more than the Hero 4 ever did, because of how much I used it for throughout 20. I mean, how many more holidays and little planes have I been on since, you know, 2020 to around 2025 compared to 2015 to 2019? Exactly. I was a bloody schoolboy when I was there, so I could barely fly. Yeah. Here we go. Coming over wherever, Santander area. Right. 1 hour 21 into the flight. But the stream's actually been... So we actually took off 21 minutes into the stream, if my maths is correct. Which it probably isn't. It probably should be. No, YouTube don't let you change the... Tell you what, this bloody interface is getting worse and worse. Yeah, about 19 minutes into the stream. We're airborne. We've got a speech impediment tonight, guys, I tell you. Right. Back on the stream. There we go. What time is it? Okay. So we've got to go over the whole of the mainland of Spain. Yeah. So we're kind of flying over Portugal. Oh yeah. Aer Lingus A330. So if you did have a A330Neo, would you want them to keep or restore the Shamrock livery? I would. 100%. I think it's the better livery. I think the new one's rubbish. It's alright, it works. But when you compare it to something like this, you always think, oh, obviously this is better. But the new one still works. It's just not as good. You know what I mean? It just works in a different way. It's more clean cut and fresh. Whereas this is a little bit more, you know, more emotional. You know what I mean? More detailed, more... I don't know. Complementary to the Irish theme. I don't know. Something about it is just a little bit more passionate, that's all. But all the colours are complementary, you know what I mean? Like the blue, the pink. The pink? Where am I seeing pink? The only pink that's on the screen is the bloody flight path progress line, whatever. Light blue. Where am I getting blue from? Green, light green, and the is that duck egg? I don't know. Is it like a duck egg colour? I don't think it's duck egg. It's like cyan, isn't it? Or no, it's not. It's not cyan either. What colour is that? On the top, I actually don't know. Yeah, we look at shade. Ask ChatGPT actually. Hang on. Or ask Apple Intelligence. See how good it is. Here we go. Right, gotta hold the action button. Gotta take a picture of the tone of colour. It's gonna tell me what it is. Search. Right, continue. Results from Google. No, it's not what I wanted. Ask it. Right, yeah, come on. So, what colour is this on the top of the plane fuselage? Fuselage roof. Spelled fuselage wrong. There we go. It's got an E in it, sorry. What colour is this on the top of a plane fuselage roof? There you go. Ask Apple Intelligence. And see how intelligent it is. Right. The top of a fuselage roof appears to be a pale sky blue shade, blending with the exterior paint of the aircraft. ChatGPT. So it's basically just diverted to ChatGPT. Right, no. Right. What is the colour? I know, it needs to... That's the thing, it can't think like a human. What is this colour? That is a dark green and blue. Now what is this colour? There's a dark greeny blue above the aircraft windows. So it won't know I'm talking about the sky, and it won't know Sorry, it will know I'm not talking about the sky, and it will know I'm not talking about the light blue that line is on, where the windows are. It should. Okay, asking ChatGPT. I love it. It's so incompetent. Right, the dark greeny blue above the aircraft window is typically known as teal. Okay, right, yeah, that's right, teal. Okay, a blend of blue with green. Right, so it's not duck egg. Actually, we could ask, is it close to duck egg? Is it close to dick egg? I've just put that in. Is it close to a dickhead? Yes. Is it close to duck egg? This is good. This is good fun. I'm glad I bought this phone. It's totally worth £1 grand. No, teal is generally deeper and darker than duck egg. Okay, it's right. Where's it gone? Why's it gone back to the camera? Oh, bloody hell. It's bloody hilarious, I tell you. Ethan's there. Oh my god. That was fun. That was fun. Yeah. We ask it more questions. Oh, here we go. I need like just a screen of the describe an image. No. Got the wrong thing. I could ask it. Go on, guys. Have you got questions for Apple Intelligence / ChatGPT? It's hilarious, isn't it? They make out you need to buy the new iPhones to go Apple Intelligence, but it's just assisted with ChatGPT that you can get on your original phone for nothing. I know. Marketing for you. No. I know they're the... Now I wonder if it can tell me. Trying to think. Okay, volume of liquid in this bottle. It's 500 milliliter. I wonder if it'll know just by looking at the bottle. So I'll take a picture of it. Ask it. Oh no. See, it asks ChatGPT and gets a correct answer, but the absolute shitheads at Apple that make the interface just ruin it. Right, hang on. Is the volume of liquid inside this bottle in milliliter? Yeah, it's correct. Yeah, 500 milliliter. Yeah, bang on. Over outside the bottle, so it can actually detect the image, work out the size of the bottle, and obviously I took the picture at the front, so it didn't see the back. You know what I mean? Yeah, a standard size of a single serve glass bottle. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so it can actually visualize an image and crack it down. Okay, that's good. Right. That's sort of helpful, but again, it's all, you know, assisted by ChatGPT, isn't it? Because it clearly gets it all right. That's what Apple do, though. They make great marketeers, but you know, in actual fact, you know, under the marketing and all the lovely, you know, Photoshop and Adobe After Effects graphics, you know, it's just like, it really is basic stuff. I'll tell you the other day, right? I was at McDonald's getting a coffee, right, and they have all these huge, you know, screens advertising whatever, the Big Arc or a Big Mac and all that, and how great it looks, and all the screens and all that, and how the chips look so lovely, crispy but all fluffy inside. You know, great at the visual marketing there. You know, visual appearance and appeal to consumers. You know, they're great at that. Anyway, I went to the toilet, and they had one of the whatever you call it, one of the corridor doors open, where they obviously keep all the stock, like the buns and all that. And honestly, it's all on the floor, totally unorganised. It's like it's like the Hulk's gone in there and thrown a right temper tantrum, honestly. And it's just like, yeah, you see all the marketing, how lovely it looks, but behind the scenes, it's like a shithole. You know what I mean? I just thought, yeah, that's marketing for you. That's the beauty of marketing, to make something that's substandard and maybe quite a backward organisation, and you know, makes out it's this lovely, beautiful, blooming flower, and you know, you can, you know, touch it, and you know, magic will happen. You know, how lovely and vibrant, succulent all the meat looks and the burger and the cheese, and you know, that's marketing for you. It's a beautiful thing if you really want to get people hooked on your product. Like consumerism, that's all it is. But yeah, I had a coffee. I don't eat food from McDonald's. I sat in there, observed the behaviour of kids, because it's like a play area now. It's not a restaurant. Kids go in there and just piss about. And I don't mean kids. I mean like teenagers. You know, people from like 12 to around 13 to around 19, just mucking about, chucking stuff. They're all in there. I was just having a coffee. I just thought, oh, you know, we're all there, and I'm just like, oh, bloody hell. Should have just gone to Costa or Starbucks, because you know, it's, McDonald's for a lot of young people now is like it's like a social gathering, indoor safe space, isn't it? It's not really a restaurant. It's just somewhere to sit. I've seen them. They sit there. They don't eat anything. They might get some chips, but they just sit there and sometimes cause trouble. But I don't go in there enough to see what happens. All I know is that if I'm wanting a coffee, I might just stop there and get them a cafe coffee, and that's it. And most of the time I'm in there, whatever. I can't give you a percentage, I don't know, because I don't really go, but whenever I'm in there, it is just like, oh bloody hell, Jesus, this is just like a play area now, isn't it, with a, you know, a kitchen at the back. That's all McDonald's is now, a bloody play area. I wouldn't be at all surprised in the future if they actually have to employ security guards in McDonald's, just because kids go in there, whatever, comes from families or whatever, and they just behave like atrociously. You know what I mean? It's just like, Jesus, just chucking things about. And the other day I actually saw they all holding the door closed for all the delivery, you know, all the Deliveroo and Just Eat. These group of lads with balaclavas from McDonald's, they're all against the door, stopping them from coming in, and it was just like, oh my god, this is you couldn't make it up, could you? What are we doing in there? And why isn't anybody doing anything about this? Is like families in there. I was just walking by. I wasn't actually in there. I was just walking by, going, "Oh my god, what is going on?" Oh, so funny. I don't know if you have these problems in the States or anywhere else in the world where we have a McDonald's. I think it's just like a UK thing where a gang of kids go to McDonald's and just cause trouble. I don't know. It is like that now, though, isn't it? It's like you don't see it anywhere else. You go to Costa and you got some, you know, you kind of got the odd person preparing a lecture, or I don't know, preparing a uni assignment or something like that, or you know, just I've seen them on ChatGPT, yeah, preparing their homework for them. Yeah, I've seen it. I know what goes on. That's the thing. If you actually get caught using AI, you can actually get disqualified from the whole of the exam board and get blacklisted from the college. So I'd be careful, guys. You know, it's not a thing where when you enroll, they lock onto your IP and they can see what you're doing at home. It's nothing like that. But you know, if they're asking you questions later on down the line, if you don't know them, and they assume your assessments are too grammatically correct, you know, if that gets whatever sent to an exam board and they think the same, you know, it's misconduct, isn't it? It's misconduct, and it's not a great look, is it? Put all that effort in to get into university and then to fuck it all up, you know what I mean? To get, you know, distinctions in this and a merit in this and all that, get your A levels, and then to fuck it all up with, because AI will make my life easier, you know. I know people say, make it look like it hasn't been. I don't know. They might deliberately stick little mistakes in there just to catch people out. I don't know. I wouldn't be at all surprised if they're inclined to by governments, because if loads of people start getting all of a sudden an influx in whatever A levels or, you know, degrees, you know, certificates, whatever, diplomas, there's suddenly an increase in that. You know, wouldn't take an idiot to go, oh yeah, it's because AI's helping them now. The kids have got AI and they're using it all the time. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if they're legally required, these AI whatever applications, by governments, if actually acquired by them, or they share the data with the government, which they probably do anyway, but under our nose. But in actual fact, if something you take a picture of your work or screenshot something on your computer, if there's like tiny little bits of code, your window defroster, there's like a tiny little line in the glass of a window of an automobile. You can't see it, but it's there. If they have something like that, start implementing that into whatever Ofqual, start implementing that into their papers, and people don't know about it, they don't tell anyone, and then AI picks it up, they can go, this is a paper that blah 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 blah. We don't have to say that, do they? But they can, build up evidence to, support a theory that people are using AI more. You know what I'm saying, though? Like, just adding little bits of, So it's like really like reconnaissance in a way, isn't it? It's like surveillance, reconnaissance ways to trip people up, or to kind of, I wouldn't say spy on people, but to catch people out, to literally have on a piece of paper some sort of decoded line, like you find on your passport, like you'd find on a passport, or a money, how we've got the little imprints, and when you put them under a, what is it, it's like, what do you call it, like a fluorescent blue, it actually shows up with whether it's authentic or not, especially with a passport or ID. UV light, I don't know what it's called, like blue UV light. It's like a high rays blue UV light in some bars. I only know this because I worked them on some IDs. They stick it under, and they do it really secretly, so the customer thinks you're looking at the till, but you're not. You're actually having a little peep at their ID under this blue fluorescent light, and if it's authentic, it will show three little, it's a bit like the same colour of the shamrock on the Aer Lingus, I think maybe 10 or 13 green lines across the ID, but if it's not authentic it won't show. And then they're obviously, the bar are legally inclined to call the cops and call the police, because it's misconduct and it's breaking the law, like identity theft. That's what it is, identity theft. So they are actually legally required to contact the police. So yeah, little legal insight there, guys. I don't know how much of you will find that useful. I know Ian will find that useful because he's always doing things he shouldn't. I'm joking, by the way. Anyway, but yeah, if you have something like that on test papers, and the AI can detect that, the AI doesn't have to say to the person who, the customer, or what I'm saying, the application, like whatever ChatGPT doesn't have to say, you're using a paper encrypted with blah 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 such and such, so therefore we cannot give you the answer or guide you through the solution of working out this question for the 15-mark score. They don't have to say that, do they? They don't actually have to legally say that. If the government, want to require information, they could just ask ChatGPT to keep that help them with the answer, and then later on down the line they trip them up. They could do that, and in some ways that works. But I know a lot of people go, it's the Computer Privacy Protection Act, blah blah 1999, blah blah blah. It goes against all that. They can just tweak it. You know what I mean? Just to try and. I'm really against AI tonight, aren't I? I'm actually presenting my ideas on how to trip up kids using it in their exams, and rightly so. Rightly so. Because people need to use WD brain more. If you rely on ChatGPT all the time and you come to actually getting a job and you don't know how to do it, well, that's the thing that people think now. This is the way people actually think. Oh, if I haven't got the grades, that's okay. I'll either just fake it on my CV, or I'll just use AI to help me and guide me through the process. But even if you get the qualifications, you get the diploma and whatever, attend your graduation evening, wherever it might be, as nice as it might be, still, if you've got all those grades and diplomas and qualifications, and you get a job, a really good job, and they see you can't do it correctly, still, later up down the line, it's going to trip you up, which I don't think most people think now. People just think, oh, whatever, I'll worry about it later. But again, it will still trip you up down the line. It will. Because if you can't do the job properly because you didn't teach yourself, you know, a method or a solution, or, you know, understanding a principle, you know, like basic maths, you know, like, let's say long multiplication or long division. You know, if you didn't learn that, or forgot to carry the zero in such and such a mathematical equation, and you're fucking up down the line in a good job, they're gonna think, oh, well, this is clearly someone who's a bloody fraud. You know what I mean? That's what we're gonna think. Seriously. Yeah, I don't know. Just adding like little, you know, if you're asking ChatGPT to help you and copy paste, I think they should deliberately stick mistakes in there or Americanize it in little ways, you know, deliberately to trip up people. You know, because most people who are doing this anyway can't even be bothered to read what ChatGPT are helping them with. So if they can't be bothered to do the work themselves, they're definitely not going to read the whole of the assignment that ChatGPT is literally self-constructed within 10 seconds. You know what I mean? That's not going to happen. So I think ChatGPT should legally be required by the government to deliberately add mistakes, so people aren't getting all these diplomas and, you know, graduations and, you know. I'm a sick human being, but maybe that's the way it should be. I don't know, like deliberately, you know. But again, people, there's probably a huge lawsuit in just doing that as well, you know, like misconduct, because ChatGPT with loads of users, people will go, oh no, they're deliberately sticking mistakes in because the government know, and blah 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 blah, and exam boards are upset, you know. I don't know, it's just an idea. They probably won't do it, but it's a good idea, but there's probably something to protect that as well against from companies doing that and governments. That's the thing. That's the world. There's so much complexity around law and, you know, who's right and who's wrong and all that. It's ridiculous. It's so complex, you just go on and on and on forever about it. Which is probably why they don't do it. You know what I'm saying though? Just deliberate ways to trip people up. So that's how you know if someone's read something or not, or read something correctly. You know, they'll always come to you if they think you're wrong or there's a mistake somewhere. You know what I mean? That's how you know someone's actually, or deliberately insert errors into, let's say, designing, I don't know, let's think of an example. An airfix kit. Deliberately insert errors or typos in the, you know, the instructions, so that way you'll know people aren't copying each other. You know what I mean? Because if people copy each other all the time, you know, you're gonna have a repeat of mistakes, aren't you, from one person? But if you have individual mistakes and all of them say, oh, this is confusing because this isn't meant to go here, that's how you know they're reading it properly. You know what I mean? Say, let's say I'm copying someone's work who's next to me and they get the answer wrong. So I get the answer wrong. They get one answer right. I get one answer right. And then they get one answer wrong for a very specific reason. And I happen to get that answer wrong for a very specific reason. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying there? So that's how you know someone's copying. It's really basic stuff. Everyone's been caught out with that one in the past. Oh, yeah. Right. Probably made myself look like the biggest fool on the planet in the last half an hour by going on. It's too complex for most people. People will just go, oh, I'm tuning off. It's nothing to do with planes. Why is he talking about education and how education should be protected against the influx in AI? The influx, not the influx. The influx. Alright, where are we? We are... Ooh, I'd say half an hour. No, 45 minutes maybe. I don't know. Gonna be sick on stream. I'm not gonna be sick. I think I'll get another drink actually. It's a Friday night. Let's check in flight rate. I'll check flight radar once I got me other drink. It's not loading. Oh, a Titan. Oh, it's an AV21. Of course, I've retired over 7.5s. Sorry, I got excited a minute ago, seeing the Titan Airlines flying over my area, and I thought it was a 7.5. Damn. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Right, I'm back. I'm on the Heineken now. Right, who's watching? Okay, everyone's dropped like flies. Yeah. Yum 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 yum. Right, where's screen gone? There we go. He's back. It's been a 2-hour flight. I think we've got a crack. I think we've got a crack on tonight, yeah. 100%, we've really moved. We're there. So 2 hours in, nearly. We're just under 2 hours, we're already south of Spain, pretty much. That's not bad. That is not bad. That's me saying the Airbuses are slow. Idiot. Right, stick that on the screen. That'll do me. So yeah, no new music. Well, I've got one idea, but it's not the best. I've made 2 albums now with the music stuff, and it's all right. That's the thing. It's just ideas. I wouldn't even call them songs really, because most of the stuff I'm talking about my TTE Music channel, by the way, which is, yeah, you can go and check out. I need like QR codes people can scan, but if everyone's watching on the phone, how do I scan it? Exactly. The link's in. No, the link is not in the description. Right, I can stick the link in to the channel now. There we go. Stick TTE Music over here. Hang on. Music. What have I done? Oh, it would have to do that, wouldn't it, YouTube? Jesus. Right, there we go. Right. There's the link. If you want to check out my music, you can. And if you don't want to, that's fine. But yeah, it's just like... they're not songs, they're ideas, that's it. So... they're never going to be songs. Close out. There we go. I don't know when we need to start descending. So I've actually been to Faro. I liked it. I only stayed at the airport though. It's my only time, and probably my last time in Portugal. It was good though. It was alright. It was. I was there for the A330, the World to Fly. A330 that Jet2 acquired on lease. I think it was about 3 months, wasn't it? They had it for 3 months. And I got myself on it. Like a good boy. Like a good egg. Yeah, it was good. It was interesting. Ooh. Do. You probably want me to stick the bloody link in for that now, don't you? Yeah, it's one of those reports that it's kind of forgettable, but I did it, you know what I mean? I can't remember how many views that video actually got. The Wamos. Not Wamos. That's not a good report either, the Wamos one. That's all dark. That's quite, well, much like the Aer Lingus one I'm labouring at the moment, or pontificating about, not pontificating, procrastinating on. God. You know all these words, but I don't know the fucking meaning of them. How do you know a word but not know how to bloody speak it, say it, or the meaning of it? You just know what it sounds like. No. Try again. No. Abominable. Oh, what's that? Abominable. Ah. Yeah, but what does that mean? Abominable. A bomb going off in a ball. Abominable. Not the answer. Right, here we are. 4K plane reports. It got... They were looking at World to Fly, so this is about 3 years ago now. World to Fly trip report, it got 22,000 views. My most viewed trip report is, I think it's Jet 2 on the air tanker. Either that or the flight from Liverpool, the Jet 2 737. Yeah, that's a good video. First time on an Airbus, first time on YouTube, Jet 2. I was actually the first channel to make a trip report on Jet 2's new Airbus A330Neo. Honestly, I've actually got evidence of it. So, if anyone wants to argue otherwise, go on, you can. But I've got proof. Seriously, honestly, I'm the only one. I was the first to do a trip report on Jet 2's A330Neo. I actually was. Okay, there may have been TikToks or a YouTube shorts of the interior, maybe, just somewhere. You know, maybe some kid stole his dad's phone and just uploaded it to YouTube, a load of nonsense, you know what I mean? It just happens to be the Airbus A321neo. But honestly, like, in terms of a comprehensive trip report, yeah, I'm actually the first to actually do what started it off anyway. So just think of all the videos now on Jet 2's A321neo and all the future videos to be made of that, and all the future videos that will help people, you know, see what the holiday is going to be like. So kind of happy to, you know, I've done the first one. But it's a good video. It's just a shame about the window seat. But I've got loads of footage of a 757 as well at the start of the video, which is good because it kind of complements the, you know, the historical context in it. You know, like, oh, this is the old and this is the new, and we're going to go on to the new. What I should have done, flew out on the 75 and returned on the Neo, and maybe made it part of... That's actually a really good trip report idea, actually. Fly out on the Jet 2 757, or would have been, sorry, and then fly back on an A321neo Jet 2. I mean, I can do that because I've got footage of both. It's just syncing them up, isn't it? Maybe making that, you know, who prefers which aircraft. I don't even have to make that video to find out the answer. That's such a stupid question. But yeah, it's a good video. 32,000. Sorry, 52,000 views. Can't read. What was there? Wamos got 14,000 views. Jet 2 757 from Tenerife, 22,000. 2E76 flight Manchester Tenerife, 42. Lanzarote 75, 12. That's another good one as well too. This is a video that just keeps rising. The 2E Boeing 737-800 flight Manchester Airport to Lanzarote from about 3 years ago now. It's nearly 4. You know, 53,000. I mean, it's just like, where's that come from? But it keeps generating, it keeps accumulating views, that video. Honestly, every like 6 months I might have a little look, and it's accumulated another 11,000 views. I don't even know where it's come from. It's just something that in YouTube's algorithm has gone, right, this is a really good video, and we're just going to recommend it to every single person who clicks on these keywords. You know what I mean? And that's how it is. Because something I did about that video people like. Yeah. It is harder to do trip reports now because there's more and more people doing them. You know what I mean? There's more and more people doing trip reports, all at different, you know, places of the world. And I think really I'm the only one who does aviation. Sorry, live aviation, live flight sim, and the trip reports. I mean, most channels would go, oh no, that's too much of a risk. We can't do too much. We need to have one type of captive audience and sustain, you know, just simplicity. That's how channels now on YouTube are like businesses. Honestly, they're like, we need one subject, we need to stay on that subject. What we do on that subject has to be really good, really minimal, limited, really limited, right? And we just need to keep doing that, you know, like propulsion, just keep, you know, sustaining our viewers and keep pumping. It's like a product, isn't it? It's like McDonald's or Costa. You know, imagine if you went to Costa one day and you start seeing loads of sausage rolls and pizzas. You know what I mean? And pasta pots and stuff like that, and ramen bowls and stuff like that. Oh, can I have a coffee, please? Oh no, would you like a mug of soup? Exactly. You'd be like, what the fuck's going on? Sorry, that was more funny than it should have been. But you know what I mean? It's confusing. So that's why people stick to one thing on YouTube. Whereas I make out it's worse than it is, but it is still fucking bad. You know, 1 minute he's on Sonic Colours, and the next minute he's Manchester Airport, and the next minute he's flying to Tenerife, you know, picking his nose, and then the next minute he's doing a flight sim to Faro. You know what I mean? It's too complicated. Okay, it's all in the range of aviation at least, but still most channels would go, oh no, it's too complex. There's too many types of aviation. There's the flight sim stuff. There's the live aviation, and he's doing the trip report stuff like production over here. Oh no, that's too much for us. We can't do that. It's too. But you know, as Michael Jackson used to say, well, one of the things he said that was probably some logic. Never limit yourself. So listen to Michael Jackson. Fucking hell, the worst advice ever. Jesus Christ. Bloody hell. The very fact we're about to go down the road of relying on a quote from Michael Jackson says it all. Bloody hell. Oh, the mighty fall. Jesus Christ. Relying on bloody MJ to back you up. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Unbelievable. Hee. Oh, that's good. That was a good laugh. That shouldn't have been as funny as it was. But honestly, it is like that though, isn't it? Not about relying on Michael Jackson for quotes, but you know, with products and produce and customers and sustaining, you know, sustaining customers. You know what I mean? Customers. Jesus, man. I'm like that bloody, what's his name? On the news at 10 night. Oh, what's it? Nigel something. Preston. What's his name? Yeah, wait. Very bright guy, knows his stuff. But it's like, all of a sudden I might speak like this. you know which one I mean. He's got the glasses. What's his name? Is it Nigel Preston? That's it, isn't it? Let me look up. No, got the name wrong. Can't remember his first name. I know his second name. Nigel Preston, someone else apparently. Someone you can rely on quotes from, you know. Yeah, it's just about sustaining the influx of people. But again, people watch me because they know what they're getting. Any new people who come on, they always like what I do, but because it's not frequent enough, they don't know when to find me, or find me online, you know what I mean? So they just go to other people, which is fair enough. But I know I'm unique in some ways, and I know what I do is good stuff and it makes people happy. But in terms of reliability and sustainability, it's completely skew-if. Or pedantic. Not pedantic. Yeah, pedantic. Yeah, that's the word. Not consistent at all. Like, just stick with one thing. But I can't... That's why I'm saying... That's why I did that poll this morning. That vote thing. That vote system. What do people want to see more of? So I'm trying to think what I can create more of Because I can't really go out there and start going, right, I'm just going to make loads more shorts, and I'm just going to, like, forget about the aviation stuff. You know what I mean? And not really make any aviation live streams. I'm just going to make loads of aviation shorts and clips. You know what I mean? I can't go out there and just do that without a justifiable, you know what I mean, volume of feedback from my viewers. You know what I mean? I need feedback. So I can't really go and do something and then do something else. I need, you know, there needs to be an agreement somewhere that people want to see more of this, so therefore I do more. I promise to do more of this, you know. But I think in previous years I've never done that. I've just gone, oh yeah, I know how I run my channel, blah blah blah, blah. And that's it. You know, it's just it was all filler. It was all filler material with gaming stuff, wasn't it? Oh, I'd have a Sonic video here, I'd have a Rage 2 video here, I'd have a Minecraft stream over there, and that was just like a filler in the week to kind of keep people kind of a part of the channel, because I knew, whoa, I can't go to the airport in the midweek, so I'm just gonna keep doing my streams from Twitch but on YouTube. You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking. Really, you know, I mean, yeah, okay, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I had to switch. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people were saying, I can't find your username on Twitch. Why can't you just live stream on YouTube? Why do you need to re-upload all your Twitch streams to YouTube? Isn't that just a massive ask for you in the morning to have to, or in the evening after a stream? Because if I was doing this on Twitch, right, about 5 years ago, you know, just short of 5 years ago, I would have to have captured all this in the background, right, audio as well. I would have stopped the stream. So after doing whatever, nearly a 2.5 hour stream, and capturing it all in the background as well as recording, as well as streaming, would have had to have signed off, said goodbye to people on the stream, right, ended the stream, no peace in mind of going, that's over now, that's on YouTube, I can make money whilst I'm in bed tonight. You know what I mean? I would have had to have exported the file from Twitch, sorry, not Twitch, exported the audio file recording in the background from Audition. Had to have captured the stuff from Twitch, sync that up, audio, and, you know, because obviously I clicked audio and capture at different times, so therefore the audio and the visual stuff will be out of sync. So I always used to do 1, 2, 3. So I'd go something like this. I'd do I can't do it here, but let's say I'd go 1, 2, 3, and that's how I'd sync it up. 1, 2, 3. So you've got a visual reference and an audio reference. You know what I mean? Or an audible reference. So visual 1, 2, 3, and audible reference. So you just sync them up like that. And that's basic stuff in production, isn't it? But I would have had to have done all that, sync it up, export it, right, all night, wake up in the morning, and then upload it to YouTube, just for a 2 hour stream. You know what I mean? When I don't actually have to do that, when I just stream directly to YouTube. You know what I mean? But I would have had to have kept doing that if I wanted to, you know, keep my Twitch following. And, you know, it's a bit of a sacrifice, but moving forward, it was definitely the right decision, I think. And also because I was getting loads of new people watching my aviation streams. It was just confusing. Imagine watching a channel, you know, as confusing as this, because it was more confusing about 4 years ago, this channel. Oh god, if you think it's confusing now, you should have seen it 4 years ago. I was uploading all sorts of gaming stuff and all sorts of aviation stuff, as well as saying, oh, if you actually want to watch the gaming stuff in real time, you're gonna have to go over to Twitch, because all the stuff you're watching thinking is a live stream is actually pre-recorded. So it's a pre-recorded live stream. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, I've uploaded the live stream from, you know, last night. You know what I mean? So imagine how confusing that is. Exactly. This channel is the definition of complexity. You know what I mean? But not in any good way. In a really shit way. But that's what I had to use to do. Literally and physically upload every single stream I did on Twitch straight to YouTube. Because I didn't want people missing out. Because I know a lot of people will just go, well, if we missed out, we missed out. Tough. You don't have to literally and physically have to upload the very stream you did to YouTube in the morning as like a backup. You know, you did your stream. Why do you have to record it in the background and record the audio in the background, sync it up, edit it, export it, and then upload it to YouTube. Why do you have to do that for every single stream you do on Twitch? Why do you feel the need to have to satisfy those YouTube customers who quite frankly are rude not to watch your live real-time streams? You know what I mean? They're showing up later. It's like a Turkish slip or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Showing up at the end. Missed all your streams, and you're just trying to satisfy a small margin of customers who can't even be bothered tuning into your stuff in real time. Why are you doing that? I did it because I thought it was a good idea. And also I had references of all my progress in the games, you know, because on Twitch, once it's live, it's over. You know what I mean? Really. You know, it's in the simplest form on Twitch. Once it's not live anymore, it's not live. You can't watch it again. There's no historical or archival, you know, watch back like on YouTube. Right, here's Faro. Where's the bloody airport? Where is the bloody airport? Where is the bloody airport, guys? But yeah, literally and physically had to do all of that. Right, there it is. It's right below our nose. Right, okay, we're descending. We're descending. Right, vertical speed. Right, nose is dropping, I can see. Yep. Very good. Or as the Dutch say, heel hoot. Anyway. So yeah, definitely looking back, it was the right decision to just do everything on YouTube. Therefore, I didn't have to record everything in the background, upload it all. Sorry, sync it up on Final Cut, export it, and then upload it all on next morning. You know what I mean? 12 hours later. You know, none of that. And that's the funny thing as well. By the time it was out on YouTube at like 10 o'clock in the morning or whatever, sometimes it failed. It'd be out in the following afternoon. So I'd do the stream at 7 at night or whatever. Sometimes midnight. And some of the people would watch it once they came home from school, when they used to go to school, and you know what I mean? By the time they'd watched it, it'd be ready for the next live stream. Exactly, so ridiculous. So it's like two kind of circadian ways of uploading content in a way. So you do your live stream, and then you do your upload of the live stream at whatever 12 hours later from the original podcast or broadcast. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. That's how I used to do things. Complex as hell. I mean, just trying to explain that has nearly given me a bloody brain bleed or whatever you call it, a bloody stroke. But yeah, honest to God, I used to literally do that. But yeah, definitely looking back, it's better doing it like this, because I don't have to do anything once I finish the stream. It's on YouTube. But also, because I was getting loads of views at the time in 2022, you know, the streams, I had to keep viewers engaged in my channel during the week. So it was another excuse, even more of a better excuse than the original one, to move all the gaming streams onto YouTube and stream them on YouTube. You know what I mean? Not just move them, just do all the streams. Every single stream you do on YouTube. You know, no more Twitch. It's all on YouTube for now, permanent. You know what I mean? No more backtracking. So even if people didn't like it, it wasn't aviation related. Because you've got to think why people are tuning in. Aviation. They're watching Sonic Colours. Or they're watching the start of Sonic 06. What's that got to do with aviation? But still, people tuned in. So I was like, oh, it kind of works. But I think looking back, thought part of the personality, isn't it? But still, it's I don't know. If it was me now, maybe I wouldn't have done it. But that's the thing I want to really throttle back with. I think people know. I want to get 2 games out of the way with, and then after that, I probably won't return to gaming streams again. You know what I mean? It's Survival Island, yes, because Survival Island's like a bit of a sentimental thing on the channel. A bit of Minecraft. I can animate with it. I can add the planes to it. It's fun. It's a sandbox game, you know. But literal Let's Plays, you know, I don't know. It doesn't really work. I'm just thinking about people. But you know what I'm saying anyway. It's too complex, this, isn't it? Far too complex. It's a good job I'm not in work tomorrow because I've just... Well, it's gone on my tie a little bit. Okay, that's not as bad as it seemed. I thought it literally went everywhere. So I just pulled the neck forward too quick and it's just gone right back. You know what I mean? Like a tidal wave. You know the rapids when you go to like a a water theme park? You know what I mean? It's like right back in my face. Bloody hell. Bit like Michael Jackson. Sorry. Anyway, never limit yourself. Yeah, no, apparently that's something he actually said. Never limit yourself. So, I think in today's age, though, it's too easy. People don't appreciate anything. People don't appreciate individuality. People just need quick and simple, you know, instant gratification, and you know, the quick dopamine effect, which I can do to a point. If I really wanted to, I could do it, but I don't choose to. Right, I think the speed brakes are calling. Let's put them right up. Alright, okay. Really wanting to send this thing, aren't I? Right, flaps down. Seatbelt signs on. Oh, shut up. Ding 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 ding. It's annoying, it's like someone doing that with a fork against a plate, isn't it? Ding 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 ding, they shut up. We actually got here quite quick. I mean, 2 hours for Faro, 2 hours 20. That's alright, but normally it's free, isn't it? To Faro. That's okay, that's not too bad. Right, okay, we're slowing. Fan's gone off. Just in case you notice an acoustical change in the volume of the sound, or the echo in this room. That doesn't make any sense. An acoustical change in the volume of the sound. Acoustical. So obviously I'm talking about sound. I'm not going to be talking about something that I can see. Because acoustical. You can't see anything that's acoustical, can you? Or referring to as hearing it as acoustical. That's ridiculous. That's like saying, can you hear that smell? Okay, now. No, I can't. Right. I've lost the runway. All you can hear is the vibration of the controller, can't you? Can you hear that? Let's stop now. Wouldn't have been funny if I did it like, whatever, 2 seconds later. Oh, you can't hear it. Right. We're slowing down at good pace. Auto throttle is on. Thingy brakes, yeah. And that's on, yeah. Flaps need to be lower. And nose needs to be down a little bit more. Okay. Speed brakes. There we go. Oh, shut the fuck up! Yeah, go away. I can't remember the last time I landed in Faro in Flight Sim, actually. 2 hours, 20 minutes. That's not bad for Faro. That is not bad. Not too bad. I mean, we have gone too fast, but... oh well. Right, we're coming down, don't worry. Right, okay, we need to tweak these a little bit more. We need more speed brake. Signs. Alright. That's the thing I could have for these flight sims, a little emblem to show if I'm landing or taking off. I mean, people can see, but still, like, maybe I need to tweak it because I want a little thing below the timer to say in-flight time or flight time. You know what I mean? Not in-flight time, but there's an extra word in there. It just needs to be flight time or air time. That's easier because it's even shorter than flight. Because air is a shorter word than flight. Air time. Just something really simple, because people know what it means. Don't need to add more words. You'd think of it's like Twitter, where I'm only limited to like certain characters on OBS. It's not that. It's just I don't like too many words. I like something really simple, simplistic dialogue. Okay. I'm flying it all manually. There's no... Wow. ILS. Keep doing that. This chair's lasted 6 years pretty much, and it's still going strong, but I want a new one. I think after 6 years anyone wants a new office chair. Just the leather, you know, it's cracked, it's creased, and it's clean because I don't eat at my desk, but it needs to be replaced. I don't know what I really want, like Alcantara. Yeah, that nice material you get in sports cars. Yeah, you can get it on some gaming chairs now. Alcantara, really nice material. But if you spill anything on it, you're fucked. You're fucked, because it's like a fabricy, like silicon kind of material. So yeah, I won't really. That stain will stay in there. You know what I mean? Unlike leather, where you can quickly wipe it off. Right, amigo. How far are we? Away from Faro. Silly bugger. I remember seeing all these houses when I landed here myself. I don't mean literally. If I landed here myself in real life, I'd be in the sea. we wouldn't be talking about the houses. I'm slightly squished to the right. Did I deliberately do that so my head's not in the way of the heading? I did, didn't I? Yeah. I think of everything. I'll just tweak the auto throttle a little bit. Flying smoothly, boys. Right, speed brakes need to be at 0. Otherwise it won't come off. Come off? Come up if they're armed. I don't know where the airport is though. There it is, I can see the lights. Okay, we're miles out. So what we can do, we can actually add a little bit more power just to get us there. Maybe put the flaps up a little bit. There we go. Not too much power! Too much power! Yeah. Right, okay, we're ready for landing. Take off. Okay, they can stay like that. I think we're all good. Yeah, because I can see the landing lights, ILS. You can put the gear down soon as well. There you are. How lovely does that look? Nice and smooth. Look how stable it is as well. Yeah. Very nice. Just micro adjustments at this point, isn't it? Make little micro adjustments. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, make sure to check out the music. It's nothing good. It's not like, you know, film and production awarding or anything like that. It's, you know, it's basic stuff, basic ideas stuck into Logic and layering it and all that. It's a bit like editing. The only thing is, it's you just gotta listen. That's the thing. Is listening to different tempos, different pitches, different keys. It's a completely different animal to editing, obviously, because you're working with so much audio. You've got to have a good, you know, good sense of tone as well. So if you're writing music, you've got to be really on it with your tone and feel and all that, because sometimes you can go a little bit overboard with something and then you might go, well, that's great if you hear it too much, but when you go out the room and then come back, you might go, oh yeah, that's a bit too much. Sometimes I actually do that, because I actually learnt that when I did my art GCSE. You can actually get too much of something, so you can actually think something's really rubbish or really great if you are really consumed like to the point where you have no break, you actually think it's either really good or really rubbish. But if you have like a 5-minute break and come back, it's like a refresher, and your mind like self-regulates and kind of almost like goes on like a refresher course, you know what I mean, and goes, oh, you know what I mean, bit of a reality check, you know what I mean. It's a bit like that. So I suggest anyone who's working on like a project or art or whatever takes like maybe little breaks just to have that refresher, because sometimes when you're working on stuff with no break, you go a bit insane. You kind of lose the concept of, you know, balance a little bit. Yeah, definitely, I found that. Right. See the runway. Flying pist as always, as I see. We'll have Ian in a minute. I bet you he will join in the next 30 seconds. I bet you. He said 3500. Let that bloody thing go off. Oh, Ian, join the stream. I bet he will. I bet he'll join before the end of the stream. I bet you. I actually bet my house on it. This is when he joins and he said, "Oh, I'll have your house." Sort of thing he does. Okay. Right, I can see the runway. That's down a little bit more. I'm going to turn off auto throttle as well. Hang on. Auto throttle. Boom. Off. I want it off. I don't want to increase speed to a crazy number. There we go. Alright. Ooh, scared everyone. Yeah, the Ford Mustang chime. That's what that is. I like it. So, I don't know where the hell I found it. I was just looking through sound effects and I found it. I was like, oh, that works. 1,000. So if you've got a Ford Mustang, Muschime. If you've got a Ford Muschime, you'll hear that chime. The Ford Mustang made in China. That's what that is. Okay, careful you don't stall the plane. Here's Martin. Speed brakes are up, aren't they? Yes. Sir, yes sir. Yeah, it's a nice approach. I'm just fucking it up a little bit now because I'm talking about car chimes. Yeah, there's the BMW. I was looking through sound effect chimes and it started to go through cars. I was like, right, okay, let's go. Let's go for this. It was going up for bloody computer bleeps and stuff from like a 1980s computer. I was like, yeah, because that's going to sound really good when I put my like thing on, isn't it? It sounds a bit retro. Fits with the gaming stuff, but I've just said I'm not going to do gaming stuff anymore. Okay, my back's itchy. There we go. Nice approach. Nice and stable, just drop it a little bit. Why are the hotels literally built on the beach area? I never remember seeing that. Look at that. Huge. Yeah, someone wake up Ian. He's not going to wake up though, is he? He's either half asleep or tucking into another bottle. Yeah, apparently the other night he drank a whole bottle of gin. Apparently. Unbelievable. And he woke up in the morning and said to himself, oh, I didn't know I had that much. Yeah, you can just hear him saying it, can't you? He said, I felt a bit rough, but it was alright. What does that mean? I felt a bit rough, but it was alright. That's like the sort of thing I'd say, actually. Oh, bloody hell. Right, okay. Nice and stable. Don't want to make a balls of it.
400.
Yeah, I remember all this marshland. I remember it.
Too low. Terrain.
Living in the bog.
Too low. Terrain. 300.
We're fine.
Too low. Terrain. Sink rate.
Shut up.
200.
Sink rate.
Okay.
190.
190.
70.
Dropped 10 feet in like what?
30.
3 milliseconds there.
20. 10. Retard. 5. Retard. Retard.
Oh, that's not bad. Just need to get my nose down. Very smooth. And the speed brakes didn't come up again. Not bad landing. That was actually very, very smooth. There we go. We're here. Why don't the speed brakes? Do we need to be on armed? Because I've always been told when they're at 0, they'll come up, but no. Reminds me a bit of a beef of this, actually. Right, flaps up. What time is it? 2 minutes past 10. Okay, right, in air time can stop. Slamming on the brakes everywhere, aren't I? Is that a Jet 2 truck? Yeah. Right, we can go in this way, I suppose. Yeah, we'll go gate, actually. We'll go gate. Okay, welcome to Faro, where the local time is the local time. Now, 8 minutes past 1 in the afternoon. Please stay buckled up until the captain says so. By the way, I am a captain. So unbuckle your seatbelt. There we go. Look at the buses, what the bloody hell. The metro system has made it to Faro. What the heck? Oh, go away, ground ops. Yeah, you'd do that though, wouldn't you, mate? Yeah, come on, I'm faster than you. I'm a lot bigger. Intimidating, isn't it? We're going around the same speed. Look, it looks like he's got like a tiny bit of like wire, like a whatever you call it. What do you call this thing you clean your teeth with? Not a toothbrush. What do we call it? Dental floss, that's it. He's like dragging me by it. It's just like really small. So 2 hours 38 milliseconds. Sorry, I'm reading that wrong again. I always read it wrong. Right, have we got a gate? 2 hours 38 minutes 48 seconds and 35 milliseconds. Not bad. Right, oh, we've got the correct jet. Why do the interior and heavily commit themselves to design Faro, but we can't be bothered getting Amsterdam right? It's all pink, and what the bloody hell's going on there? Look how detailed it is. Why Faro? What's so special about Faro Airport for them to have to literally design it like to pinpoint accuracy? Look at this. This is exactly what it looks like, by the way. But Amsterdam, they can't be bothered. More people fly to Amsterdam. And Faro, probably in flight sim. Right, engines off. Parking brake on. These are unarmed. Nice sound. Yeah, it's not a bad flight, was it? Got here quite quickly, I would say. Normally it's 3 hours, isn't it? Right, all the lights are off. Airbus is so loud, isn't it? Right, AP battery off. Right, we'll keep a battery. Oh no, that battery's on, isn't it? Right, that's off. Oh, yeah. That's off. Yep. Actually, we'll turn that on. So we're here. Right, okay. How quiet it is now. Right, 9 people watching. Yeah, make sure to like, guys. Ba-doom. Alright, we'll get a jetway connection.
Faro ground Shamrock 330. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
No, I can't do that.
Shamrock 330,
Yep,
the
I can actually do
jetway
it.
is going to be connected.
Catering service.
Faro ground Shamrock 330. Could you please send the catering truck?
Shamrock 330, the catering truck is on the road.
Why'd you change the camera angles? There we go. Well, you got to click in this one. No point buggering it up for next time. Right, baggage service and then fuel supply.
Shamrock 330. Could you please send the baggage?
Shamrock 330, baggage is on
The
the way.
pressure needs to be changed. There we go. APU isn't on. Why is it so loud in this cabin? Right, jetway disconnect. Fuel supply, 100%.
Shamrock 330. Could you please send a fuel truck?
I think it's the sound of the batteries, I think. Right, we've got the R2 door open. Now put the jetway connection there. Okay. I think we're all good. I think we're all good to shut the plane down and call it a night. Oops. Plane's off. What do you think? That was good. I enjoyed that. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll be live at Manchester tomorrow around 10 o'clock with the silly Billy bodies. The silly Billy bodies. You know, the usual. The only silly Billy body is me. Yeah. So, yeah. Alright, get that off. Reset. Okay. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I feel like I've forgotten something. I haven't, have I? I've turned the plane off. That's unparked, secured. Right, okay, no, I'm alright. So, yeah, thanks, Martin. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Bye.